not doing this because I want to take long showers with you assholes.
Ain't you them kids that have been whacking off in my tool shed?
By a bunch of fargan ice holes like yourselves.
Yeah, well, listen, you ought to ditch the geeks in the car with now and get in with us, but that's all right. We'll worry about that later.
Oh, my God. There's 100 morons in my basement.
It's you, Larry.
Lollygaggers. Diamond dogs have struck again.
I'm not doing this because I want to take long showers with you assholes.
Ain't you them kids that have been whacking off in my tool shed?
By a bunch of fargan ice holes like yourselves.
Yeah, well, listen, you ought to ditch the geeks in the car with now and get in with us, but that's all right. We'll worry about that later.
Oh, my God. There's 100 morons in my basement.
It's you, Larry.
Lollygaggers. Diamond dogs have struck again.
No, they could be a lot worse.
Why did you kiss my ear? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
4 of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas, looking for strippers and cocaine.
1, 2, 3, Benchwarmers!
Live from Scott's parents' basement, this is the Basement Benchwarmers podcast.
Basement Benchwarmers podcast back for another week. Week 3 of the NFL in the books. And what we're going to talk about, little week 3 recap. Also week 4 preview. We got Ed, Eric, and Willie here tonight. I think Rick might be stopping by maybe. So let's get into let's get into it. Get going tonight. A lot to talk about. Let's start with how was our week? Actually, 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. So let's talk to Ed. How was your last couple weeks?
Oh, sorry, I'm still hungover.
Yeah.
I had fun this weekend. Yeah, but anyways, we'll get into that probably. You guys make fun of me all the time about the way I dress, and you know what? I agree. I think it's time for a change. After watching what Bar Rescue did for the Interlude 2, if you haven't been there, go check it out. Still smells the same. I think I need a Bar Rescue type intervention. I already grew the mustache, so that's gone now. But this was for 2 weeks ago.
I thought I was still there.
Yeah, so I grew the mustache. Maybe it's time for a Basement Benchwarmers makeover.
Oh.
Nobody's ever thought of this. So maybe like Rick and Timmy could take me shoe shopping. Those guys are always with the shoes. Willie could take me hat shopping. Great with the hats. Well, exercise gear, I can go with Glenn. He can help me get set up for that so I can work out. And of course, for my main fit, talking like the kids now, for my main fit, I need help from the best dresser I know. Scott, can you do me a huge favor and get me Justin Bass's phone number? He is the best dresser I know. Hopefully he's still listening. He was always the best.
Is that
dresser.
if you know type of thing? And,
Yeah.
He
was always a great dresser.
Yeah, Justin was always in tight pants. I'll tell you that.
I think he's down in Florida, isn't he?
Yeah, yes, he is.
I know he's listened to the show before.
Yeah, he is in Florida, yeah.
So, Justin, if you're listening, I need help with my fit.
You're fit. Okay.
I guess that's what the kids say.
Yeah. And Eric.
Last couple of weeks, huh? Not a lot of excitement, a lot of work stuff. I listened to you guys a little bit before the show and some of the partying you did over the weekend. And I'm in the Dells for a couple of conferences, and the first, I won't mention who the organizations were. But during the day, they're like, yeah, we do a little hospitality hour at 5. And, I've been to these a million times. It's kind of like, some charcuterie, some pretzels and stuff like that, and maybe a cocktail. I go into this place. They had rented one of the condos at the Kalahari. It's 5:00, and I walk in. I go down to the basement, and there's a guy walking around with a bottle of Malort pouring shots. And I'm like, am I home? Like, what is this, the basement bench warmers? Like, what is going on here? And I did my best to walk around, followed him around. He was pouring shots just for everybody. And I kept telling him, like, you don't want to drink that. You don't want to drink that. But then here's me an hour later doing multiple shots of Malort, So, yeah.
It's kind of ironic who you work for.
Exactly. Well, that's why I don't want to say the organization, yada, yada, yada. But yeah. So yeah, that
you
was
work for Schlitz. That's
yeah,
why.
Exactly. Old style,
the Shots Brewery,
Shamil,
yeah,
Schmazel.
Interesting stuff. So, yeah, just a lot of work stuff, a little bit of golf here and there. Nothing too exciting the last couple of weeks. Happy to be here.
Okay,
it's good to have you. Yeah, it's good to have you back.
Drinking a little cold time with the boys. Here.
We got the OGs here today.
Yeah,
the goats.
Yeah,
absolutely. My last couple of weeks, what did I do? I did go up to Door County one weekend, and we served 650 bicyclists. Eric, I kept looking for you up there.
You served them, huh?
I would have poisoned
You've
them all.
been served.
You served them their dinner or their meal once they got done with their ride. So people were going on a...
So they shit their pants in the dining room then?
Good thing we're outside the tent.
Were they still in spandex or no?
Some were. A lot of them were.
Christ.
A lot of people that shouldn't be wearing spandex.
You know me and bicyclists, they rank just above guys bringing gloves to baseball games. Barely.
You got to have that padding too, right around the groin, right in that crotch. It just gives your whole undercarriage a little blanket. Right. As you ride the bike.
I don't know how you do it, Willie.
Yeah.
You're an angel. I mean, you're a saint. I would have been choking people.
Choking their chickens.
But yeah, so yeah, it was interesting to see all walks of life. But some people rode 100 miles, some people rode 75, 50, and I think 25 was the
amount. That's about my distance right now.
25 been great.
Yeah.
Great weekend for it, but watch some college football and some. But you know what, Ed? Been watching a lot of women's volleyball, college volleyball.
It's been on. It was on during the week a lot.
Yeah.
What was that all? What's that all about?
It's how it is now.
Yeah.
And ESPN
it's
always
a great sport to watch.
Match to watch, and I mean, like the opening night, I think when they played up in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
They had like 4 of the best teams in the country.
Yeah, you probably went.
Are the Badgers still in the mix?
Yeah, I think they were number. Yeah, I think they were.
Who's number 1?
Number 7.
Is it Texas?
Texas.
Yeah,
I think Texas is 1.
Yeah, I couldn't believe last year during
or something
during the tournament or whatever the attention and the crowds. The crowds were huge.
Oh, absolutely. They had when Marquette played Wisconsin, they had to play at the Kohl Center.
Yeah,
because there was that many tickets.
Well, the largest college game I think was I mean, they had a concert and stuff, but they had like 90-some thousand or something last year. Yeah, Nebraska.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow.
Out on the football field.
Yeah, I did notice it's on TV a lot
more
during the week.
Yep.
It's a great visual sport. Well, obviously, I'm not being a pervert either. A little bit, but
no, they're athletes. I mean, it's exciting.
It's not like men's volleyball where it's all just power and spikes. There's actual
some digging
back and forth and
some great acrobatic plays.
I can't watch men's tennis though either because it's just like 180 mile an hour serve and then the guy tries to hit it back and then it's over.
Right.
That's why I like. If I'm going to watch tennis, I like women's tennis much better.
They always say too, like when you watch, like for an everyday golfer, best golf to watch is watch women's golf. It's the most natural swing because you're not going to have a bunch of DeChambos up there.
No, I watch a lot of women's golf. In fact, I watched the Solheim. That was a couple weekends ago. The Solheim Cup, which we won. That was pretty cool. But yeah, you want to watch their swing. Nice, smooth tempo.
Right.
You don't want to try to swing like Scotty Scheffler.
That's right.
Or Rory McIlroy. You can't physically do it.
Yeah, I mean, golf, period, though, is a visually enticing sport to watch on television.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. It's a great show.
Well, the shot tracer did a lot for golf.
I agree.
Because back in the day, you were like, and you didn't know anything until the thing hit the fairway.
Right. The camera found it.
Sometimes if you go to an event, it would be great if there was somehow that they could have a laser that shows you where in real life. Because when you're at an event, you're like, I don't. Oh, there it is. It's just not as exciting, but it's exciting to watch.
I would say that's done a ton for sports. The lines in football, the first down line.
Yeah.
And then the puck being lit up a little bit.
Well,
It's
remember
better.
when Fox first did that?
It was wild.
It was wild when they
Yeah,
first
yeah,
did it.
yeah.
It was too much.
Now it's better.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's all I got to say about that.
Scott, did you have fun this weekend?
Yeah, I did. It was a good week. I had I was actually in a golf outing on Thursday. That was fun.
Where did you golf at?
Evergreen. In Elkhorn.
In Elkhorn, yeah, we talked to it.
Outing
It's the place that has 3 9s, right?
Yes, yeah. Nice course, good course, fun time. It's always a nice time. Lake Geneva JCs. They gave me a friend of the JCs award.
Oh, did they?
Wow.
Really?
Because I bring guys at the outing and I donate to them a few times. So
Is that those crazy guys we go to the baseball games
and
with?
actually, me and the guy we went that was cooking the one guy.
Yeah, I know which guy. Yeah,
was with me up there. He got it too the same day, so it's kind of cool talking to him for a minute.
What's your connection with them? Work?
Matt Steinbrink.
Oh, okay.
Or Piggly Wiggly. I know him through bowling, met him, and now
Yeah.
I hang out with him once in a while. He's a good guy.
Okay.
So I say thank you to that out loud. I forgot about that actually because I drank so much this weekend. I forgot what happened a few days ago. Just thought of it. So, but yeah, overall it was a good weekend. It was fun. Great trip to Indy. Football game was fun. Bears lost, but hey, that's the least of the trip. Everything else was a great time. So we had fun. It was a good time. So yeah. So let's go to good, bad, and the ugly. Willie, you can start us up tonight with whatever you want. Good, bad, or ugly.
I'm going to go with good, and I got a couple of goods, but I'm going to go with the one that I think is the biggest shocker of them all is my Detroit Tigers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In the second wild card spot right now.
yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
they passed the Twins
Twins
and
Kansas
the Royals
City,
now.
and the Royals,
Yeah,
Wow.
they're a half game ahead of but the only thing is they don't own the tiebreaker with either one of those teams. So they just got to keep rolling. So they've got, I think, 2 more games with Tampa Bay, and then they finish with the White Sox.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a juggernaut.
Well, yeah, you never know. You know how
Yeah.
those teams.
and they won again today.
Yep, no,
Yeah,
2
Tigers,
to 1.
Tigers won today. Yeah, Tigers won
Yeah,
today.
Scooble, I think he's got 18 wins now.
Yeah, he's good Cy Young candidate.
And some guys are hitting the ball that hadn't been hitting the ball. I can't remember what their record is right now, but it's amazing since they're showing like a graph. And at sometime in August, it was like they had like a 0.02% of making the playoffs. And now it just went up exponentially. I mean, last week they swept the Royals and took 2 out of 3 from the Orioles.
It's a good week.
Yeah, and right
on
now,
the road, all on the road.
and right now they're still 3.5 behind the Orioles for the top wild card. They're sitting at 2. They're a half game ahead of the Royals, 1 game ahead of the Twins, and 1.5 ahead of the Mariners. But the Mariners are struggling. So
the Twins now. They
Yeah.
lost a bunch in a row, and the Royals. So yeah, I mean they're my good for the week. Man, it's just
it's a good one.
They've let's hopefully put some money because of that pitching. Those pitching coaches that put a lot of time in it because the pitchers are pitching well right now. So
I just looked. The Guardians are only 2 games behind the Yankees right now for the best record.
is that right?
Wow.
Can you imagine that? Didn't I guarantee nobody picked that except that crazy Indians fan sitting way up at the top beating the drum.
Randy Quaid?
Yeah, right.
Who gives a shit? It's gone.
It's gone.
No, it was the janitor from Scrubs.
Oh yeah, because
He was the actor
You're
in
right.
there.
Yeah, Scrubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Too high. Who
Randy
cares?
Quaid was with him, right?
Randy Quaid's in there too.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
you're
yeah.
right. Janitor from Scrubs. Yeah,
And he was in
Who
the
gives a shit? It's
in the
gone.
middle, wasn't he?
And
in the
dash-
middle.
dash
Yeah.
in the middle. Yeah,
That's right.
Awesome. You're good, Eric.
My good is 91.3% completion rate, rookie record, 21 of 23, 254 yards, 2 touchdowns in the air, 12 rushes, 39 yards, and 1 touchdown. And Jaden Daniels last night. Really impressive. I mean, the Redskins looked impressive. I know the Bengals defense really wasn't a juggernaut last night, but incredible touchdown, 55-yard touchdown to McLaurin. I mean, they just, wow.
Mhm.
Good pick, Redskins so far. And the kid seems like he's, watching him on the sideline too, like just seems like a leader, just calm demeanor. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Which pick was he? The 3rd or 4th?
Second.
Quarterback. Okay, so he was the second overall.
Second overall, right? Second overall too.
Yeah,
And then what was it? Drake May then, or I'm trying to remember.
Drake May, I think.
Or was it the kid
Bo
from
Nix was in there? Oh,
Yeah.
Penix might have been next.
I'm just saying
Penix,
because
yeah.
we remember there was like 5 quarterbacks taken right
Penix
away.
could have been.
Where was McCarthy picked?
Oh, might have been before that.
He was
too.
top. I think he was like number
7 or something.
7 or 8.
So he was
or something
before
like that.
Penix, probably.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was because Penix. Remember, there was a shock.
Bo Nix is on.
So Jaden Daniels is
Broncos.
expected to be one of the
Broncos, that's
best, though. Okay. I wasn't sure if he was like the Mahomes guy where he was the fourth guy or because that was the same thing there. So,
yeah, I just wasn't expecting that really. Just it's week 3 for him to shine like that in a big moment.
And a lot of it was on third and fourth down conversions too. There was a ton of them. He was like 8 of 12 or something crazy.
It was an exciting game last night. It was an exciting. I didn't watch a lot of the Bills game. I had fantasy implications in all 3, and I ended up winning all 3. So luckily, your Redskins kicker didn't. I guess I beat you in Pete's league. I don't know if you.
Oh, did you?
You have no reaction to that at all.
I didn't look at that league even.
Yeah, I know. You're in 9 leagues, so it's got to be tough. But
I forgot about that league.
Yeah, it was close. It was close. If you would have got one more kick, you probably would have beat me.
Really? So they're going for the field goal instead. I would have won.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Instead, he's slinging it and throwing touchdowns out there. So
well, Kyler Murray killed me. So
yep, same here.
Yeah, he killed a lot of people playing. What's he play? Mortal Kombat.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. So that's my good. Was impressed.
I got a bunch of goods as well.
Only one. I only get one.
It's been a while. So Otani doing his 50-50 and
yeah, that was incredible.
And one covered up scandal, which nobody's ever done the covered up scandal and a 50-50. No, I don't even know where he's at. Was he like 53-53 right now or something crazy?
Yeah,
there's a good chance he might be like 55-55.
He had another home run the next night, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can look it up.
His stat line though, he had 6 for 6, right? 10 RBI.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What an asshole!
It was stupid. The numbers.
It's a week for a good player, like I said. That's a
full
week.
Oh, that's a good
season.
Full week. 10 RBIs in a week is a great week.
That was my 8th grade season. But I was 6 for 20.
So he's at 53-55 right now. I mean, I'm going to go on a limb and say he's got a shot at MVP.
The draft went Caleb, Daniels, May, Penix, JJ McCarthy. Hop just sent it in.
Caleb, and then what was it?
James Daniels, Drake May, Michael Penix, JJ McCarthy.
Okay, yeah, so we were pretty close there.
Yep.
And then Knicks came after that.
Knicks must have, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, so Otani, I mean, it's a. We talked about this a little bit on the way back. We had time to talk yesterday, and it like for WAR and value, because people are like, is this a great? It's got to be the greatest year ever. It's not. It's not even close to. What would it be? Barry Bonds' 7th best year or something, or if something crazy.
11th.
11th best year. Yeah,
it's crazy.
I mean, that's how good his numbers were.
And they said arguably Acuna had a better year 2 years ago.
Last year
he hit 40.
No,
he was hurt last year.
And he just DH'd right
20,
this year.
Oh, yeah, 23. Yeah, 23. He was hurt the year before.
Yeah.
Was he just a? No, he's not a DH.
He's a DH.
He is a DH.
Yep.
Yeah. If he pitched this year and say won like 15 games, I would say it's probably the greatest year ever.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, you got to put the strain of actually playing in the field and all
but
that.
I think if he pitches all those starts, he doesn't do this.
No,
he doesn't get 50 home runs
because he'd be taking days off too. You have to, because after you pitch, you're beat. If he threw 7 or 8 innings, there's no way he's coming back the next day and playing.
You can't. Can't sell this short. It's pretty impressive.
No. It's amazing.
Yeah. The stolen bases.
That's huge.
It's impressive.
55. That's a lot. I mean, I probably didn't get 55 stolen bases if I lived 4 lives, and they called me Fast Eddie.
And most of those would have been a T-ball.
Yeah, it would have been like 9-year-old.
The passed ball.
Where you just keep running.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
you're one of Little League when they actually pitch.
I'm looking at him and Gavin Lux are right almost next to each other in the stats, and Otani's. I hate to say this about a local kid, but Otani's better.
Way to go out on a limb there.
Double reverse. Gavin would be laughing right now. No, so yeah, great year. Just an amazing year. Because I remember Canseco's 40-40. Remember like Eric Davis's 30-30, which was amazing, that one. I mean, there's been a few.
Bonds had a 40-40, right?
Every year Bonds had was amazing.
Well, I mean, but
we just didn't take. We took him for granted.
He wasn't stealing bases late in his career. He was too jacked.
Yeah, his head would. He'd run on an angle because his head would lean over.
He was like, "I am Groot." big tree trunks for legs.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna play off years, and I'm gonna be a homer. My good is Caleb Williams. Although it was a loss with no offensive line and poor play calling, throws for 360 and 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. 1 interception went off a guy's chest. So.
And that was an awesome.
That was when the throw was thrown in real time, I was like, that's terrible. Showed the replay. It was an excellent throw. It hit him right in the back shoulder. And
that's the one where the guy made the catch one
Yeah,
hand.
And the catch was
interception was awesome too.
Scott was mad at me because I'm like, that was an awesome fucking catch. And he's like, interception. And then we looked at it. And then when you see it, it's like, wow, that was a great play. And it was a bad play by the receiver.
I don't have the luxury of you guys seeing quarterback play, but I saw 5 or 6 throws I have never seen a Bear quarterback make yesterday in one game.
Yeah.
So
not even McMahon?
Get out.
Nah, he might have.
I missed the game.
He made 3 or 4 of those on a Monday night in Minnesota, though.
Yeah.
McMahon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, he had a good game.
And Williams hung in there. He's gotten better every week.
Yep. He doesn't, to be honest, he doesn't have the same equipment that Washington Redskins have. Better line, a better running game. Receiving wise, the Bears are a little better, but you can't get it to them.
And you can't start to compare these guys after 3 weeks anyway.
And it's one game for both. They could both be shit the rest of the year. They'd be great in there. That's the thing. That's the thing. And they're going to try. They want to make it into it.
And honestly, we watched 2 quarterbacks play, 2 young quarterbacks, and Williams looked way better than Richardson.
Oh, yeah. Richardson.
Not even close.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
He struggled.
And Richardson's terrible. He's not very good.
He didn't look
all.
good two weeks
he
ago,
was
that's
missing
for
open
sure.
guys. His thing is he always digs himself out of a hole when he throws like a 40-yard pass once a game or twice a game.
Yeah. That was blown coverage yesterday. Saved him. One blown coverage saved him. Man.
That was one real bad coverage.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Caleb Williams.
I like it.
It's he's got better each game. He played better in Houston, although he got beat up in Houston. He only made the one throw he made was a bad throw. The alley threw late. Arm got hit, but he still can't make that throw. He got picked. It is what it is. But he'll learn. So we'll see as it moves on. Just the running game just got to get him better. That's it. That's the problem.
The running game really struggled there.
They can't run the ball, and that's a problem. Without a running game and to be able to pass. The problem is that when you throw 50 times, that's not good either. So
you threw it 50 times?
50, yeah. And and the problem is they were in the game the whole game. There was no point they were out of the game.
They should have been up at one point. We were sitting there talking, probably up 24-7.
Yeah,
they were down 7-3.
At least 17 they could have been.
Yeah, they were down 7-3.
Yeah.
I didn't see any.
They get right to the 10-yard line and they couldn't punch it in.
No, they missed a 55-yarder short, and then they went 4th from the inside the 5, didn't get it. Then I think they went for it across the 51 time. Oh, they got that, but I think
was there a pick or a fumble down?
Oh, he had the strip sack that he got.
The strip sack, yep.
Which that's pressure. He just got back and stepped his back foot and he got swiped. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go with him. That's
I like it.
Do you want to give an honorable mention to your last year's quarterback?
If you guys want him, you can have him.
Let's go around again on goods.
I mean, I don't want to. I'm just saying, I didn't see that game either, but there's been a lot of hype on as how well he's playing.
I'm not sold. So
yeah, well then that's fine. We don't have to give
him. You can give him a good.
I didn't see it. That's why I just asked.
No, he had 245, a touchdown, and he threw a pick, and they once again scored.
They got a victory,
20 points or less.
Yeah.
He's doing what he's being
asked.
That's
Steeler football, though.
Yeah. And that's
Steeler football right there.
But the thing is, when they play a team that like the Ravens and he wins, then I'll give him. I hope he does great. I really do.
Yeah.
But I mean, for a mistake, people don't understand. They should have kept him. Why? You got to deal with a quarterback. Your quarterback's cheaper now. Yeah. It doesn't matter. You're comparing apples to oranges at this point. Different quarterbacks. Yeah. He's Malik Willis. Caleb Williams, we don't know what he is.
Yeah.
He's Malik Willis. That's what he is. That's what he is. He got a different fresh start, different area. And look, Malik Willis playing great. Matt LaFleur's done a great job with him.
Didn't make any mistakes. Whatever.
No, and that's the thing. And when you don't make mistakes, you got that defense like Steelers does. But last year, I talked about this earlier when me and Jace were talking, and it's very simple. They were on a streak last year. Could have went to Green Bay last year and knocked the Packers out of the playoffs. Bears. What did Justin Fields do in Green Bay? They had a giant goose egg. That's why he's not in Chicago anymore.
Yeah,
because the fans and the Bears understand you got to beat the Packers at one point and get your division. You can't go there and at least give them a fight when your defense only allowed the Packers score 17 in that game.
Yeah.
And you didn't even look. It was 17-9. It wasn't even that close.
Right.
That's how, you know what I'm talking about? The poor defense out there going.
I remember we were watching on TV and it's like, well, this game's over.
Yes, it's so,
they're up there 17.
They got over 12. But, you know, I'm not, and I know what you're saying.
I just was throwing that out there.
You know, so yeah. Hey, Rick.
Create a little banter. Hey, it's perfect timing.
Oh, cleaned up too.
Nice.
I didn't even recognize you, Magnum.
Wow.
So yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Let's let Rick do his good.
Yeah, what's your good, Rick?
We're at the goods.
Good. Trevor Lawrence.
That's your good.
What?
Yeah, the only NFL player to throw a pick to a person who has died.
What?
You're welcome.
DeMarco Hamlin had a pick yesterday.
Oh,
wow!
His first of his career. That's good.
Yeah.
For DeMar.
Yeah.
He's not.
That is a
officially
record.
dead anymore.
That's impressive.
So that's the good. Okay.
I like it.
Will, that's your good.
That he's alive. Yeah. I mean, Damar's alive and he's playing. So Damar Hamlin's my good.
Okay.
Because Justin, what's his name now? Trevor Lawrence.
Justin Lawrence.
Justin Lawrence.
Whoa. It's Joey.
Yo. Whoa.
I have no idea. Willie, what's your bad?
You got any more goods, Willie? I thought you had a couple. You said.
Michigan beating, beating USC.
It's like a broken record.
We watched the game. That was a good game.
game.
That was actually an entertaining game. We were like, holy crap, and they got back and forth. My good is Illinois beating
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Great
And
game.
that was very good. We watched both those games. That was a good game. Yeah.
Wisconsin's got USC this week, or
they're going to stop
Wisconsin's
a mud
going
hole in
there,
them.
right?
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Wisconsin's going to run the ball down their throat.
I have another good, and I was gonna talk about it later, but I'll do this one for Rick.
Mm-hmm.
So Chuck Pagano, ex Colts coach, ex Bears coach, was in Lake Geneva this last week and was named Italian of the Year.
Hey,
Que cosa?
Que cosa?
Nice. Chuck Pagano was named Italian of the Year somehow in Lake Geneva.
Excuse?
Good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did he have a mustache?
Now that's a bench warmer's good right there.
Yeah, that's when we can all agree on and hold hands on.
That's a good one. So you saw him then? He was
No, Jay's told me about it.
Oh, I thought you was at the event you were at. With
that'd be awesome.
That would have been great. That would have been cool. I would be like, hey, come Paisan, get over here.
Come over. I got some Gapago and some
Gabagoo.
Some gabagool.
Gabagool.
I can't even do it.
Bibbidi boppity. Bibbidi boppity bibbidi.
He says it back to me. That'd be great.
Okay, of course.
Yeah, that would be.
Any other goods?
It's
been 2 weeks.
Timmy's not here, so we didn't get any WNBA stuff, but Aja Wilson was named MVP. Caitlin Clark finished a pretty strong fourth.
She was rookie, right? We
She
talking.
rookie
We thought we
of
heard that rookie of the year.
She is rookie of the year.
Yeah, she is. Yeah,
unanimously, I do believe.
She should be.
Yeah.
She was. I mean,
she was
MVP
fourth in the MVP race.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She was. So she did really well. You look at her stats. She's in all the leader on all the big categories almost.
How many rookie records did she break?
6 to 9.
There's 9 categories.
Hey, cut that in half.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's temperature.
Oh my.
No, so I just I figure because Timmy wasn't here, he would talk WNBA right now. So.
He still stumped over a pole in Indianapolis.
We're bringing a wheelchair with us next time. Throw his bag out.
I'm gonna say a wheelbarrow.
That you know what though, the 2-wheel wheelbarrow I think would work.
Yeah.
Not the single one. That would be
the visual right now of Timmy in a pole.
Who brought the tarp?
Tim went
a wheelbarrow and a shovel.
Tim went from 0 to tarp pretty quick on Saturday.
0 to tarp. No ER visits though.
No, we're all good. We're all good. It was. You know what? I go away every. I was going to say this, and the guys that were there with me. We go away all the time. We have great times to go to the Bears games and all that. We have fun times. I go to state bowling and stuff and all that. But this week was just, like I said, I laughed so hard at times I grew an ab. I think this weekend
it was epic.
It was. We just laughed. We laughed so much. We were laughing from the moment we. It was just that's all we did. That's all we did. It was like very childish weekend. We drank, ate, and laughed. That's all we did. There was nothing else. And we went to bars, and it was just about us. We didn't even know what was going on around us.
You didn't even need a bar.
Evil shenanigans.
It was just that's how it was all weekend. It was just very much our own little world, and we drank. I mean, probably a little too much, but hey, we're all here.
Probably a lot too much.
We played like what, 3 hours of shuffleboard?
Yeah, you know what I'll say? I'll sleep when I'm dead. That's how it's
there you go.
I was kicking ass in shuffleboard once they changed the rules.
I figured out. Yeah, we should have won the first game. We were playing the 15. We had 15 for like half hour. Then Tim's like, "Oh, we got 15." I go, "We got 18." Oh, we'll play at 21. We never won a game again. Sorry, Rick. My apologies.
Once Rick cleaned those the pucks off. Then it got hard.
But I think I figured out we were talking earlier. We talked about the Long Islands before the show, and the Long Islands might have something to do with that too. I don't know.
What was the sprinkle the infield?
Don't know what you're talking about.
that was in pre-show.
Sprinkle the infield.
Got another drink? Yeah, sprinkle the infield.
Because we were talking about at the baseball game.
Actually, it sounded like this.
Yeah,
sprinkle the infield.
Waitress did this.
And his mustache.
You want another one too?
But she understood this part of it, so she was.
And me and Tim
just brought
like
drinks.
I said, me and Tim looked at her like, he's crazy. Yeah, we'll take one.
And then I just happened to see what was going on. I walked over. I was like, "Are you guys really getting more?"
Thank you for drinking my last drink, bud.
Yeah, Dad, we are.
Hey, team player though. I jumped in and took over for Rick on his,
and then we jumped in your bed with you,
which we'll leave. Well, there's that crevice is still missing you.
What's your ugly?
No, we're bad.
Oh, bad.
My
I'm sorry.
bad is anybody watch Red Zone? I'm sure a lot of people watch.
We
Red
watched
Zone.
the second half.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah, second half. So mine is badass. It's the Jamon Ra hook and ladder play.
Yeah, that was awesome. We saw that. That was great.
Wasn't that?
Yes. And I ran that play in CUSC all the time.
Yes.
At least once a year I ran that play.
Yep.
We actually won a game on that play.
We did.
Yep.
We did. Yep. But yeah, so I think anybody didn't see it,
I'll have to check
YouTube
it
it or whatever.
No, I'm not seeing
And
it.
you know how hard it is to get fifth and sixth graders to pull a playoff like that?
Oh, I know it.
It was epic. Rick, you're ugly or bad. Sorry.
I was going to go WNBA. I can't remember the lady that used to be part of the Aces. The hell's her name?
What position she play?
I don't know. She was on the court. I don't know.
It's all the same position in WNBA.
What did she do that was
She
bad?
was talking a lot of trash about Caitlin Clark saying she's not as good. There's people in the locker room that don't like her. They don't want to play with her. And then when confronted about it, they asked them, who? She goes, I don't know. I'm not in that locker room.
Was this on the Stephen A. show? Like,
I don't listen to him, but
I saw that there was some controversy, but he was defending her.
Swoops, was it?
Swoops.
Was it
There
Swoops?
you go.
Yeah,
Swoops.
Swoops. She's been
You know what Indiana's
against her the whole.
You know what Indiana's going to do if they're smart, if there really are people out doing that, unless they're one of and the other top player on the team, I think her and Caitlin Clark are really good friends. They're actually get along really well. Any other player that's doing that, off the team,
gone.
bring
You're
someone
done.
else in.
Yeah,
we'll replace
but
you.
the thing is, I don't
She's
think
staying.
anybody's saying it. I think she's just mad.
just
because
start-
Caitlin's
They are
beating all
so
the records.
jealous.
Well,
Good
rookie records
Cheryl
and-
Swoops was really, really good. Problem is, it doesn't matter. All these other women were getting more kudos and more flowers than she got in her career because it was a different time when she played.
Yeah,
It was way different.
and then they were showing that Cheryl Swoop's two best seasons, her two MVP seasons. Caitlin Clark's numbers were better this year than hers were then.
Yep.
Well, Asia Wilson's and probably obliterated her the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Her numbers this year were crazy.
Yeah.
But she's also like 6'4", 6'5". I mean, she
can shoot too.
and
She's good.
And I was looking at the stats for those top 5 girls in there. She knocked down some 3-pointers too.
Oh yeah, she can shoot. I was
The
watching
other
the game
girls
and
are just tall.
She hits from like the elbow all the time.
Yeah.
She's a great shooter from the elbow, and then she gets you on the elbow, and then she pumps you and gets to the basket. She's
She pumps you. God, you guys are
Pumps you and
childish.
gets you to finish.
What the dickens?
Eric, you're bad. Please,
Oh,
save me.
I don't want to take this show to like a serious side, but my bad is, I mean, and this is kind of the sport that we love, the NFL. This is an ugly side of it right now. This morning we found out that Brett Favre has Parkinson's.
Does it make a mean martini?
And I'm yeah, that's hilarious. I'm assuming the correlation between all the concussions that he had. It's not, if you read a little bit about it, there's correlations between the two. It's not fully understood yet, but the likelihood is
Could it be
is
some
a
of the
lot
stuff?
higher.
Could it be some of the stuff he took too?
Oh yeah.
Could
Painkillers and
be.
stuff?
Have any
Could be.
correlation
There's a little bit of
And
that.
that's part of the NFL too. I'm not
Yeah.
saying he did it to
I
play.
took it. I took it.
Brain injury, the likelihood is if our likelihood would be 50%, his is 56% because of concussions.
Oh, it's way more. It's probably way more than double.
Favre being Favre, you always said, well, I probably had hundreds, maybe even thousands of concussions. The thousands thing, that's pretty extreme. But
Would he say that in front of Congress?
I don't know.
But
So I didn't get the full scoop.
see,
I just
Rick?
kind of saw the headline of the whole thing. But he's one of my, all kidding aside, is one of my favorite athletes of all time.
He's
and
one of
it's
everybody's
sad.
favorites.
It's sad and it's bad for me. Just
they got medication and stuff that can help him and stuff.
yeah, and hopefully it all works out. It's just it's kind of like the Ali thing. Obviously Ali probably had a lot of concussions, and it led to Parkinson's. But it's kind of sad. You guys ever have concussions? You ever had a concussion?
Yeah, one.
I've had a couple.
I had one.
I won playing in the park. I know I did. I blacked out when I hit the ground.
Yep.
Got
And
up,
did you get the
kept
star?
playing.
Did you get the stars too when you get
Concussions,
up
playing
and you see
football?
shit?
Couple, yeah.
Willie,
Football.
Willie, we know you've had.
What?
Oh, exactly.
I know my brother's probably had about 5.
Yeah,
We've
And
all
it's-
had them.
And he gets it. He can't even go on a roller coaster now.
it scares the hell out of you too. Your kids?
I don't know.
I've had 2 kids with concussions.
Jarrett played football. Maybe he had. Back then, it was still kind of whatever. And Jace, maybe. I can't remember.
Ella had one last year
with
playing soccer.
I mean, you try to do a header. That's once it comes a header, though, usually.
Yeah.
Very rarely you get one from a collision in soccer. You can.
Yeah.
But it's usually headers that do it.
Both my girls have. I mean, obviously Charlotte had one when she got hit by a car, so that was. But Ella had one playing soccer last year.
That's a badass concussion.
Yeah,
though.
it was a bad. That was not to mention a skull fracture.
We've talked about this.
Yeah.
We've talked about this many times on the show, though. I mean, these guys, we talk about how, they're getting 30, 40, 50 million a year.
Yeah, no, I get it.
We just had Tua last week scramble his brain some more. He's going to have problems probably in the future.
It leads to a lot of things. I mean, look at the Junior Seau. Remember the Junior Seau thing? It led
there's
to
tons of
depression in your head. I mean, all this stuff going on.
Dave Duerson.
Duerson, and there's
Eric Kramer wanted to kill himself.
Yeah,
there's tons
he
of
got
them saved though, or something. Yeah, he was trying to kill himself somehow, and
probably effects of the seat.
For sure.
Or season with the Bears.
Yeah,
you don't see the NFL jumping up.
Was he the one that got busted for performance enhancing? No,
Jim Miller.
And he goes, "You guys have seen me in the locker room."
He's a doughboy too. It was hilarious, and he was like, "What the hell?" But whatever. Yeah, it sucked.
This was for eardrops.
I'm a fan of Favre, so I liked Favre.
I think everybody likes Favre the player. We've heard a lot of shit about his lifestyle and everything else.
Yeah.
And, he's done some stupid shit, but you still gotta love the way he played the game. I mean, it's just it was amazing. But again, we heard this as Rick mentioned in testimony before Congress because they stole $77 million from a welfare fund.
Mm-hmm.
So.
A heck of a time to announce that he has Parkinson's.
I had the same thing on my list. So
yeah.
Well, Brett, you couldn't come in a better time here. The doctor's talking to him. Where are you going next week? Washington for what?
Here, we'll get your prescription. Just sign this.
Wow.
I mean, Brett Favre might be like one of the greatest careers for all the shit that's surrounding him with the Vicodin, the hot tub, the cheating on his wife with cancer. He was supposed to be there too. Cheating on the wife.
Schreiber just sprinkled the infield.
Nah, he put it
with Long Island's
a ringer, the dinger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had the
ringy dingy.
He's had so many things happen.
Yeah,
and it's how many times where you hear the stories where he was drunk. Like on Packers games were on Sunday, he'd be up north during deer season drinking with hunters
I showed you those
at a bar,
Didn't I ever show you those pictures of these 2 girls I went to high school with, and they went to Madison, and they spent a good 2 hours with him, and he was they have pictures of him. He is just slobbery drunk, like just doused in beer. They said they walked with him all over the place. He went up and, met some girl up in some apartment, they waited for him, came back down. Just partied with him, took a bunch of pictures of him. He looks like a freaking idiot. But sorry, Favre, if you're listening. I know you're he's a friend of the show, but
he ain't gonna be anymore.
Guys like that would never survive social media.
He'll never remember.
He would never survive social media.
No,
a guy like that.
No, be a disaster.
Yeah.
So
you're bad.
Oh, we're at bad. The Twins minor league catcher. You guys heard this story, right? I think everybody's heard this now.
Throwing the game.
Yeah, he was sick of the end of the season, didn't want to go to the playoffs or whatever. He started tipping pitches to the opposing team's batters.
He was like real life Kevin Costner from Bull Durham. It's like he knew it was coming. Yeah, he did. I told him.
I held it like an egg. Yeah, and he scrambled the thing. Look at that. He hit the fucking bull. Great scene because that stuff happens, but this guy's a 6th round pick. I mean, he's no slouch.
Yeah.
But he's obviously a psychopath to be doing that to your. Because here's the problem. It's not just on him. That guy that's up there, he's trying to earn a job, that pitcher. This guy just fucked over one of the guys on his team and could have destroyed his career. Possibly.
On the flip side, he helped the batter out, though.
Yeah. That batter now just went to AAA.
No. Is there anything around it? If hey, got a fastball coming, you guys throwing like a splitter? Is that just a dick move or?
If you're doing that,
they probably don't believe you at first, and
high
then
and inside,
yeah,
and then you throw low and outside.
Yeah, I mean,
I told him to do it. He didn't do it. He's not listening.
It does make it a lot easier if you know what pitch is coming.
Oh, for sure.
It does make it a lot easier. Yeah, I guarantee Hop will say something about because I mean Hop was a pitcher. If his catcher was, he'd probably beat the shit out of him. I'm serious. So that guy got cut. So,
really?
Yeah, we'll see if somebody else picks him up because obviously he's a pretty high
He's
talent.
playing for the St. Paul Saints.
That's hard to overcome right there. That's very hard to overcome, sabotaging your teammates.
Now the A's will pick him up.
Yeah,
you go.
They need cheap labor.
Dolphins will. They don't give a shit.
Wow.
My bad comes from Indy also. Again, the play calling in Indy by both teams was comical. I think both OCs are trying to get fired in the same game. The Colts had the ball at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal, ran it once with Jonathan Taylor, and then they throw 2 passes, and the second one gets tipped and intercepted. And then the Bears from 4th and goal from the 1-yard line.
1-yard line.
They run an option play, which I don't know when the last time Caleb Williams ran an option, but they had the 2 tights to the right side. But Swift and Caleb went the one way. The line all fell down. I don't know what they were doing. And he looked like the OnlyFans poses. And it was like, it was a weird play. And then the players after came out and said, well, in practice all week we ran that play against different looks. And it worked, but that wasn't the look we never saw that look. So Caleb Williams, being a rookie, I'm not going to put it all on him, but it's part of him because he has to understand to call timeout there maybe. But there's someone up top that goes, that looks not good. We better call timeout. Yeah. If the lineman knew, like 2 or 3 linemen came outside, and now those guys, you still got to hit somebody. I mean, the play wasn't to fall down, so it was terrible on both sides inside the 5 that happened.
Can you imagine after?
And John Taylor was more of a disgrace because, well, even the Bears, they could have just ran it again and see what happened. Just run it again and just
right
right
the gut.
Did they run the play before?
They ran all 3 plays at the goal line. Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's why if they're going to go
Who's
for
the
OC? Shane Waldron. If you're going to go for it on 4th down, I think they should win play action on 3rd down, some kind of roll out boot, and if it's not there, throw it away. Then you're going to run on 4th down. But if you're going to go for it on 4th down, it was an option.
What was the final score?
21-16.
Oh yeah, it was close.
And what point in the game did they run?
They would have took the lead in the second quarter on that play. The Bears.
The end of the second quarter, pretty much. Yeah.
Weird.
So, but learning experience, I guess. But yeah, that's my bad. Just play calling on both sides.
Can you imagine him talking to like Eberflus? Well, it looked like it did in practice, and then they changed it. We were looking and didn't know what to say. What the hell?
Then when the impression started to go a little.
Then the clock got way down. I didn't know what to do.
You sound like. Never mind.
I don't know. It's just all his impressions.
Sounds like, don't you?
I'll tell you after.
I know what it's.
We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then say his name.
Okay.
I already know.
I think I know who it is.
You're ugly.
My ugly is P. Diddy.
Holy
God. Damn it,
Apparently,
Willie.
never been to one of his parties. You'd be seeing
he should be exempt from the ugly. This is universal.
This is the freak off, right?
Oh my God.
This whole thing is a mess.
Here's the thing about this is that, the Epstein list, we'll probably never see it because
this list is in pictures.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
And the thing is,
it's on Twitter.
Yeah.
All these guys aren't protected, just NBA athletes, stars. They're not going to be protected from this. There's going to be a lot of fallout from this. Just give it some time here.
Well, the Odell Beckham with Justin Bieber one's hanging around now.
Johnson & Johnson stock's going down.
Yeah, that's
KY.
OBJ. That one's really bad. When you start, because I think Bieber was underage.
Look like he was 14 or 15.
Yeah, he was underage.
Oh shit.
And OBJ is like
and there's now a women's suit.
Tuggers and
a new civil suit came out against him today. A P. Diddy today that said
Talia Graves.
She was brutally like, I don't know, say raped or attacked, and he
raped by 2 men while her hands were tied behind her back.
And he recorded it or was in the room or was part of the reason it happened or whatever.
So now here's the thing: if whoever knew about this that was happening, they gotta have to be an accomplice.
Everybody knew this.
And you're talking hundreds of people that knew about it.
If you've been to a party,
if you knew about it, you didn't say anything.
If you've been to a party and walked in and was like, "Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm not being around this."
Right.
But if you've been to the party and hung out all night and drank and thought it was
and you knew what happened,
yeah.
Well, have you heard about some of these guys now that are coming out and they're like, "Oh yeah, I went to one of his parties, turned around and walked out." They said,
"Well,
that's multiple times."
Story.
That's a couple guys that have said now, and they said, "I didn't want to be a part of any of that stuff going on there."
But
and now you got Pink erasing all her old tweets. You've got, because they're all involved in this, all this Hollywood celebrities that were complicit in banging children and rapes.
They all have critters. I was at P. Diddy's party. It was awesome last night.
Yep.
Jay-Z was always
there. Where's LeBron? Where's LeBron with his big fucking mouth right now?
Yeah.
Always fucking no party like a Diddy party.
Yeah. Always spewing
That
shit.
was him too.
Yeah,
I
it
forgot
was.
about that.
It's in my song, my P. Diddy song.
Yeah, probably like a Diddy party.
We might have to get that song back up here
Well, they've
after next week.
been to a bench warmer party.
Hello. Shuffleboard.
Gotta get the mustache back. Doesn't feel right.
If I hear anything about a crevice at Diddy's parties, we're out of here.
I think the best one like, play carrot in a box. I forget what the name of that show is. But
what was it?
Five dead cats or five sleeping cats or something like that. It was called with the comedian. Oh, that is hilarious. It was an English show, and I just happened.
We'll have to watch it after that.
So you're.
Did I make that comment? The carrot in the
Wait, you're ugly with Diddy?
The ball game.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're ugly, Diddy.
Oh,
it's very ugly.
Yes,
you're ugly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my ugly. It's not really bad, but C.J. Abrams staying out till 8:00 in the morning after the ball.
Oh,
game.
jeez, yeah.
Was he at like Rivers Casino?
Rivers
too?
Casino, yeah.
That's or no, he wasn't downtown. He was Rivers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we were at.
We
We were one.
Rosemont.
What?
I
You're
don't-
a week.
I don't
You're a
remember-
week and a
yeah.
half away from going to Vegas whenever you want, and you're doing that.
And then there was, I don't remember who it was. It was one of the older players from the Mets or something like, if you get home at 4 a.m., it's perfectly fine, but you can't stay out till the wee hours of the morning.
Wee hours. We were out to the wee. No, we weren't out that late. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
We were out till 4 a.m.
Well,
No.
here's the difference though with baseball because it doesn't start usually until 6 or 7 the next day. But that was, I think, a 1:00 game the next day too. You can't be staying out until the wee hours. Baseball's a late night. Those guys are all late night guys. They stay out late.
Yeah, because they play night games. Well, I was in Minnesota one time, and we went to a Twins game, and Kansas City Royals were in town, and we were going out after the game. We decided to go to the bars. It was like 11:00 at night. After the game got back, we showered and decided to go around the corner. Minneapolis is back. This is like 15 years ago when Minneapolis was cool. And we were leaving, and we get in the elevator, and we're like, oh, that's Salvador Perez standing with us, hanging out with us.
We got to figure. I mean, they got
Just
media.
him by himself. He took off and walked down the street another way. I don't know where he was going. I don't know what he was doing.
After the
They're
game,
just
they got
going
media,
out
they got
at
shower.
midnight.
Yeah.
Get back to the
And
room.
allows guys, the rumor
redress.
is, allows them to have women in towns they hang out with when they're visiting.
The
Royals of Minnesota play each other a lot, so I'm guessing he was going by himself somewhere, like down like he was walking. Yeah, so he was going to a hotel or apartment. Or
I have
something.
stayed in the players section because I did know some players, so they would get me tickets. And when you stay in that section, there's wives. There's also girls in there. It's hilarious because the wives are just like, oh, fuck. You could just see them like there's the players' girlfriends.
Who's the big guy that was?
We're sitting there. Sorry,
Yeah, go
with
ahead.
Brian Harper's girlfriend's next to us, and I've seen his wife on TV. You know, his girlfriend sitting next to us in Milwaukee.
The big guy that was a pitcher for the Yankees that threw
CC Sabathia?
No, white guy threw the
Wells.
Wells. Notoriously, that the night before, he used to hang out with the Saturday Night Live crew, and he would go out with them after the show was over. And he pulled a complete all-nighter, drank till he threw up. Then that next day during warm-ups, they said he went through 2 or 3 jerseys because he was sweating
was
through them.
hungover so bad.
And then he pitched a no-hitter.
Perfect
David
game.
Wells,
Wasn't
yeah.
it a perfect
Was
game?
a perfect game.
David
And they
Wells,
said during
yeah.
warm-ups, he was terrible. They said he like, dude, you got to get the ball over the plate. And then he throws a perfect game. Sweat through like 2 or 3 jerseys.
And then he put Babe Ruth's hat on, and they made him take it off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Not in that game, but
So
Different game.
the whole thing I didn't find out is if he won or if he lost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hope he won.
Mm.
If you're out
He'll be
till
back.
8,
He'll be
you're
back in
there.
the majors next week. He's basically the demotion cost him money. It's basically a fine, but you're going to keep playing. That's
oh
what
no,
did.
he was almost a star this year. He's just
he
under
demoted
that
him just
level.
to get the fine because minor leagues is over with right now. Oh no, they're still playing. They're almost done.
They got playoffs.
Yeah,
They're in
so
playoffs
he
already.
demoted him down. I read that he loses money because of this, and then he'll be back up next year. I'm sure.
Oh,
If they don't trade for Cubs straight. He likes
he had a
Rivers. Bring him in.
great end of last year and the first half of this year. He was almost like at an elite level. So he's up there.
And he's young too.
He's 23 only.
Eric, you're ugly.
Thanks. My ugly is this so-called Super Bowl favorite football team, the Dallas Cowboys, giving up 274 rushing yards. Basically, it was like they were being treated like they were at a P. Diddy party by the Ravens. It was just, it was really ugly. And then the also ugly part was their sort of comeback towards the end, and just like, and thankfully I got the touchdowns that I needed out of Dakota Prescott against Scott. But it was just an ugly game. Just that first half was just like, what? This is supposed to be one of the top teams in the NFL, right? Every year they're like,
somebody misses Dan Quinn.
Yeah, well, that's a big part of it. But wow, they couldn't stop. And again, you're good players, right? Derrick Henry's a beast. Still, he's proving that he's still a beast, and Lamar can run all over you, but whatever. But that's embarrassing for them at home. Ugly.
I said this. I don't know if I said these. Maybe we're talking this weekend, but I think just early in the season, it's very early. But the best free agent acquisition at this point is Derrick Henry. He might not be the best
Saquon.
number guy at the end of the year, but he may be. But I'm just looking at the situation he's in. That team is built. They just want to run the ball.
Yeah.
Lamar, throw 20 passes a game. You run a little bit. Our defense will shut them out, and we'll play games that way. And because they're built for that. We talked about it for years. They had this running to this, and they ran for a ton of yards. Now they have a guy that actually can say, "Here you go.
Well, then
here's 20 carries, 25
he's
a game."
bruising the hell out of the defense,
he looks like old Derrick Henry.
And then Lamar is running around the defense. It's just like you have that threat, and then Lamar could throw it a little bit, and you got good receivers. That's why I think they'll end up. I know they had a couple hiccups early in the first week or whatever. I just still feel like they're going to go. They're going to go deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, we've talked about this multiple times, and Scott even mentioned that. It's one of the reasons I re-signed Derrick Henry in fantasy this year and paid quite a bit for him.
Sure,
it was just a good fit for him.
Yeah.
And it's, he hasn't been the best, but he's been really solid, and it's probably a better football move than a fantasy football move. But
yeah, but I think so far you have the fantasy football move of the year.
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But I knew Scott was behind. We had two guys. What was the other one? We had Quentin Johnson too. We both talked about that. We were both high on him.
In one league, I took Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison Jr. as my only receivers. Got laughed at because they're all rookies, but
yeah.
Marvin stepped up.
And Malik Neighbors been good through 2 weeks.
Yeah, Malik's been awesome actually. And you had Bowers too, didn't you?
Bowers, and I have Xavier Worthy, which he's been up and down.
Yeah, but Bowers has been a monster. But was it ugly?
Yeah,
ugly. Yeah.
That team that's chasing the Tigers, the Mariners. Did you see their fucking ridiculous base running the other day in back-to-back games? So they got bases loaded. It was a close game too. I think it was a 1-run game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
1-run game, bases loaded. It's like 6th or 7th inning. I think it was a 2-1 game. 3-0 count on the batter, and Victor Robles decides he's going to steal home on a 3-0 count. In between,
so bases loaded, 2 outs, right?
Bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-0 count on the batter. So he's taking all the way. He might be taking 2 pitches, before he's going to swing, because it's a very important part of the game. Robles, as the throw goes back to the pitcher kind of stands around, turns around,
and he's creeping down third base.
He wasn't creeping hard though. He was
just kind of lollygagging, walking,
and then he takes off, and they're like, "Hey, going!" And the pitcher's like, he doesn't even have to step off the rubber or nothing. He's just standing next to the mound.
Just toss it over.
It was close. But he was out. And the batter, I can't remember who the batter was. Was it Taylor?
I don't remember.
It was a legit guy that's been around for a while. And he's just sitting there and he goes, like, "Are you fucking joking?" And they ended up losing that game, which they could have used. So then the next day, I'm trying to remember what was the base running. Shit, I forgot the one for the second one now. Ah, damn it. They did 2 in 2 days, though.
Dipshit moves 2 days in a row.
Is that the one where he ran him off a third and then he got...
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, Julio Rodriguez is on third, and it was in a tight game. Batter swings. The bat comes out of his hand. He runs towards the dugout.
I saw that.
And then just stands over there like, God,
yeah,
he just throw the third. And they tagged him out off a third like that.
I saw that.
And that cost him the game there. Now he probably cost 2 games, and they're going to probably lose by a half a game or whatever out
of to the Tigers.
Yeah,
let's go.
Hey, it's written in the Bible. They're going.
Okay, I'll believe it.
So let it be written. Let it be done.
Let it be. Let it be.
Was that your ugly?
I think it was.
My ugly is what. This was not my ugly, but it just came on my thing. So I'll make it part of my ugly or one of my ugly.
We can talk about it.
So Rowdy Tellez was cut by the Pirates yesterday. 4 plate appearances short of a $200,000 bonus.
Oh, you're kidding me.
That's garbage.
That's bullshit.
Wow.
Someone, hey,
to a team that's not contending. The guy's played all year for them.
It's a blue collar town. Wow.
$200,000 bonus. He lost out on because of 4 plate appearances being cut.
That's one game.
Bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much.
So can he get picked up by another team and have 4 plate appearances?
I would do it.
Well, his contract would be with.
Yeah, no, because if you pick him up, you do got to pick up his contract if he gets waived.
But I don't know. It might go back to the Pirates then for the cost.
Then if that was, I'd pick him up in a heartbeat about somebody.
Just-
the Brewers should pick him up for fun, let him swing for him.
Yeah.
They should pick. Well, he can't. He won't be able to play in the postseason for him though. But he can still pick him up.
I would do it just for spite.
The Brewers should just for another bad thing. He could play in the postseason. That'd be a great pickup.
But is there something in this contract that says it has to be with the Pirates or no?
It might be. We don't know.
I don't know how that works. But that'd be great if you could.
If he's not a high level player.
You know those owners aren't going to screw each other over.
I also think there'd be something in the contract where you can't cut him one.
If he had a good agent, you think that you would have figured that out.
Well, you know what's
Can't
this is
screw
going to
him over.
hurt is them trying to sign a free agent in the future. They're going to go, "What? You're just going to fuck me over right before with a."
Yeah.
You know the owners are probably sitting on their yachts and a couple. Yeah, well, I got rid of Rowdy.
Is that turning into a bad franchise, the Pirates?
I thought you did imitate. They're talking about imitations. Yeah, they're bad.
Yes, it sounded again like
They're getting
Foghorn
better.
Leghorn.
They are getting better.
My
Sad.
yacht needed a
sad.
new anchor. And I got rid of Rowdy.
I do have another ugly. I was reminded of it. So I was in Key West 2 weeks ago.
Well, that's not bad.
And that's not ugly. That's not the ugly. And me and the missus were in a bar, one of the many, and it was about noon, 1 o'clock. So I was probably buzzed.
Mhm.
And this girl is singing, and it's kind of like they have a lot of decent little bands they play there. It's pretty cool. It's like kind of like Nashville, but it's on the ocean, and not as big. And she's singing, and she sounds pretty good. And all of a sudden, I hear like mouth horn, like she's, and I'm like, where's it coming from her mouth? And it sounded okay, but then as she does it, I look at her and I look at Jenny. Jenny starts laughing uncontrollably, but she can't see her, so I'm looking directly at the singer, and I'm like, trying not to laugh at her.
Doing your best flute horn.
And she was doing it, but I was like, she was a good singer what she was doing, but it didn't fit like the act she was doing. It was weird, but
They couldn't just hire
or just not do it.
Yeah, not doing it. Not doing
Because she was
talented.
talented. She sounded good. I never didn't hear one bad singer there. We heard singers,
Yeah.
but it was just out of left field. It really was.
And you didn't record. You weren't recording.
I never thought of
So
it.
it's
But
very.
she did it once, but she did it again. I didn't think she'd do it.
Not a good look, Eric.
Do
Not a
the
good
horn
look.
again.
Well, I mean-
Do the horn again.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be able to not laugh and then record it.
So this is
and then
like
laugh
open
later.
mic night when I go to see my brother-in-law playing his trombone and it just
No,
doesn't work.
She was good.
But the other,
I'm just saying
he's bad.
Oh, Mike Knights. I'm sure.
No,
we're
but
both different.
the last time I went, there was a girl, kind of the same thing, and she had a great voice, and then she sang like these weird, like what would you call it, falsetto type things, and it was just like, this is the most god awful thing I've ever heard. And her voice was nice, and it was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. I'm like, what is she doing? But yeah, it's kind of like, probably yours is probably funnier, but this one was like sad.
Okay.
I got one more.
Okay, go ahead.
Arizona Cardinals fans walking into the stadium. They're like, you can't come in here until you throw away your MAGA hat. We don't allow those in here.
What?
And they're like, well, I'll just take it off. That nope, you got to throw it in the garbage. I want to
It's
see you
red.
throw
It's
it in the
team colors.
garbage, or I'm not letting you in here. And
Really?
so the fan did, and then turned him in, and then they had to apologize. And I'm going to guess she's going to get some money or tickets or something out of it.
Well, I read the story, and the story was they do have a rule against you can't wear anything political into their stadium. They don't want you to do anything; just has to be jerseys.
Does it go both ways
But
though?
that's obviously not.
I think the reason the problem was they made her throw it out. That was the problem with the whole thing.
That's
She was
fair.
mad. Why'd you make
That's
me throw it
the
out?
double problem.
So I don't think she have. Okay, I'll take it off. But that's where it became like, what the hell? No, I'm not throwing it out. They made that's where we got confused. I read the whole thing. I'm like, well, number one, who cares what they wear as long as it doesn't say like it doesn't
Yeah.
have some kind of.
Meanwhile, kissing titties is fine, but something like that isn't okay. One of the most popular,
it was
probably
very-
the fourth highly sold hat in the country. You know,
Well, the Kiss and Titties was in blue and orange though, so it made sense. It was. You saw the shirt. It was team colors.
I had no idea what it meant though for the first time. The kiss and titties part I understood, but I didn't get nowhere.
Was that Trubisky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure out the first game. We're like, what's a kiss
Sundays
and
are for
titties?
kiss and titties.
One of his tweets or something like that.
Yeah,
Right, but we had no idea. We had to look it up.
When he was in college, yeah, it's pretty funny.
All right.
He's right,
Speaking of Arizona.
Yeah.
The Arizona Coyotes moved to Utah.
Yes.
Their first goal was against themselves.
It was an own goal.
It was an empty netter against themselves.
Wow.
You're welcome. Full length of the field, I guess you can call it. The rink.
The rink. Yeah.
Wow.
You're kidding me.
Nice.
Way to start a franchise.
Yeah, that's just bad. That's bad
Stay
juju.
hot. Utah Hockey Club.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where are we at in this show now? We still doing it?
Couple hours in.
Let's talk about this past week's. So I was digging up here. This past week's NFL games. Thursday night, the Jets beat the Patriots. Aaron Rodgers. Fun fact about that game: his first touchdown pass to a first-round pick.
Yes.
To Garrett Wilson, huh?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
His first touchdown pass in his career. So that kind of tells you how good he is. How good he was.
Yeah.
In Green Bay. Just never had the.
He was good. He was good on Thursday too.
Yeah.
I watched that game. He looked good.
He's looking
the first half I watched.
Yeah. So yeah, that's his
was
first.
that the week before? So is he the oldest player in the NFL, and he threw a touchdown to the youngest player in the NFL? That was the week 2. Rodgers to Braylon Allen.
Oh, Braylon Allen will be youngest. Yeah.
Aaron is the oldest player in the NFL.
It was Braylon Allen's the youngest. Braylon Allen's can't even drink.
Yeah, he's not. He's
20.
20. Yeah.
He's actually looks pretty good out there.
Yeah, they're using him right. They're doing like a back. They're probably 30% split.
Yeah, getting him a few plays.
Yeah.
Yep. Throwing him the ball, letting him run in an open area.
Not getting Brees Hall beat up.
Yeah, that's
smart.
good.
They just look pretty good in that game.
It's a good team. Yeah, I mean,
and the Chargers, Steelers beat the Chargers in that game. Herbert was hurt again, had to leave the game. Ankle sprain. He's going to have an MRI, I believe. Not sure what came out of that. Justin Fields is 3-0 now with them, as we talked about earlier. Quentin Johnson, I had a touch on the game, and that's about it. Herbert, kind of a quiet game, 125 and a touchdown.
Who's the backup there
for Herbert? Not Tyrod Taylor.
No, because John Travolta was the guy that was trying to give him the shot.
Yeah,
Taylor Heineke.
I'm sorry, it's right here. Heineke's there. He was 2 for 2 in that game.
Give me a magic marker, a Sharpie.
Also, so yeah, the Steelers moved to 3-0. One of the 3-0 teams left. Texans, after their nice slow start, the Vikings. Wow, I don't know what's in the water there, but Sam Darnold is it's that story of a guy that gets in with the right people around him, and he can play football. And that's the poor Darnold guy that was beat up for how many years, and he had 4 touchdowns in that game.
Did you see that they did the same meme with him and CJ Stroud that CJ Stroud and Caleb Williams had?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I don't know what he said, but just the fact that somebody was like, "Hey, we should do this."
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's good.
So the Vikings moved to 3-0, correct?
Yeah.
Did you hear what like Belichick said? It says, well, everybody likes him. In Carolina they liked him, and San Francisco. He said, I think the Rams, but it was San Francisco liked him.
Well, San Fran, when he got time, he played good there.
Yeah,
too.
and then he goes,
system.
Got some love in there.
Because everybody likes him except at the Jets.
That's where he started, right?
Yeah,
Jets drafted him. Yeah. The Eagles win a close one, 15-12 in New Orleans. Last second drive, Dallas Goedert had like a 35-yard catch on the last drive.
That was a dogfight kind of game, wasn't it?
And this Eagles win. Broncos first win of the season at Tampa. Kind of a weird game. People thought Tampa would probably run that, but Denver goes in and wins 26-7.
Because Tampa's been lighting it up.
Yeah.
So was New Orleans too. The game before.
The Giants beat the Browns 21-15 for their first win. The Panthers and Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket, 36-22.
Can we talk about the Cleveland thing? How bad?
What is their record?
What's his name? Deshaun Watson is.
I believe they're 1-2 now.
1-2.
Yeah, because they won. They beat the Giants. No, they beat.
They beat somebody good in week 1, didn't they?
No, they beat the Cowboys. Smoked in the first week. Are they 0-3?
Who's that?
The Browns are at 1-2.
1-2.
Yeah, they won a game. They won in week 2, which I could probably just go like this and tell you who they beat. Jaguars.
So I looked up this thing and it says
makes sense
by 5.
By 5 too.
Deshaun Watson's EPA, which is kind of like the WAR, I think, of football, is it not? EPA, like your So his per drop back in weeks 1 for 3 is the worst for any Browns quarterback since 2000. So in 20 years, I mean, that's behind like Brady Quinn's and Derek Anderson's and Tyrod Taylor's.
But they got him for a steal. I mean, they got him for nothing really.
Bargain basement.
Yeah. Didn't give up much, not a lot of money.
Essentially the worst rated Browns quarterback. Remember, they always have those jackets with like the 50 names on the back.
Yeah.
And he's probably the worst of all of them on that. And he's getting paid by far the most.
So the Panthers end up beating the Raiders 36-22. Another surprise, I believe that would be
the Raiders are just bad.
Well, they had come off a big win too, and they beat who they beat in week 2. That was like a huge upset. I thought.
What, they won the game?
Baltimore, wasn't
Ravens. Yeah, they upset Baltimore at Baltimore.
Yeah,
I should pay more attention.
So yeah, it's the NFL's crazy.
But Andy Dalton had a horrible game there, right?
3 touchdowns.
3.
Yeah, Red Rocket. Seahawks beat the Dolphins 24-3. The Dolphins just have no offense right now.
Skylar Thompson.
Yeah, it's gonna be next week. He got hurt, and I think next week they're gonna start Huntley. I think he's gonna end up starting. The Ravens beat the Cowboys. We talked about it earlier, 20-25. Dak threw touchdowns at the end, but the Ravens just put up too much to start the game, and the Cowboys defense is lost. Lions big win out west over the Cardinals. That was like a dogfight game, but it was a tough game, and that's a big win for the Lions on the road. Rams come back, beat the 49ers down by 14 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, with all those injuries.
Yep. And then the Chiefs just doing Chief things.
They're becoming the Patriots.
They just win games. And they win them.
It didn't look pretty.
No.
Like if you were watching that game,
you would thought the Falcons would have won the game. The Falcons look way better.
The Falcons were exciting in the first half. I mean, the Chiefs looked kind of dull.
Yeah.
And then you look down for a little bit and you look back up and like, the Chiefs have the lead. What the hell happened?
The Packers win 30-14 in Tennessee. I heard that was kind of like heard it was kind of like Indy, which I believe too. There was a lot of Bear fans in Indy.
A 50-50 split.
Yeah, it was louder when the Bears were on in defense. When the Indy was on offense, it was louder than when the Bears were on offense.
Yeah,
really.
And it was the same way in Tennessee. I think it was crazy.
Well, didn't they make some joke about Coach Ditka or something, and everybody booed?
It was greater. It was Ditka or Jordan.
Yeah.
Did you notice it was Ditka as a Saint and Jordan as a Wizard?
Yeah, they did. I thought that was funny. And the Bears lose to the Colts 21-16. We talked about that already. And another thing, there's another podcast out there you guys check out. It's called the 46 Zone Podcast. That's out there right now.
Who does that?
A couple of guys I know.
What's it called? 46
Zone Podcast.
I'm going to write that down because I'm guessing that's because of the Packers, right? The 46 Zone they used to run.
Yeah. But back to the Packer game. Jair Alexander had a pick 6 in the game. He just got done celebrating. He's a captain next week. Packers had a pick 6. Fun fact about the Packers, that's more interceptions this year than they had all last year.
Yeah, I heard that.
Team.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, they're already like the Bears, man. They're winning on defense with crazy plays.
It's defense and field goals.
Yeah.
And a couple touchdowns, but defense and a running quarterback.
Yeah, that was going to be my next thing. Yeah.
We'll take
Jordan Love, get out.
Yeah, who needs him?
Go to Pittsburgh, you dick.
Next week, I think Jordan Love, and we'll talk about next week. Jordan Love has to play next week because I think Malik will also have his hands full with the Vikings defense.
Yeah.
I think Jordan Love has to start.
The storybook is over.
Well, I'm not saying that, but I think against the Vikings, he'll have to pass his way out of it. I don't think the Vikings defense is what they did to C.A. Stroud yesterday, and the Bears did a good job against Stroud, but he made plays.
Right.
They made Stroud look silly. He couldn't read. They said what he throws you, Brian Flores, it's different. And Brian Flores, for all the crap he went through or did or whatever, he might be one of the best coordinators in football right now. He's up there with the Bob Slowicks of the world, which interesting. Bob Slowick, the Houston guy, versus you saw what happened. Defense. Right. You got good defense early in the year too. Early in the year, offense is so far behind still. So far behind everybody else. So.
I agree.
But anything about the games? I'm sorry.
If their defense plays that well, Jordan Love's going to struggle against them too. He's a young
coming off an injury too. That's going to be tough. It's going to. Luckily, it's in Lambeau and it's a Milwaukee game, so hopefully, all those Milwaukee people get really, really drunk and really, really loud, and that may help. But it's going to be a tough game for the Packers.
Didn't Niners play the Vikings? And Purdy said that I couldn't get your scheme. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what he told him.
Yeah.
And there's so many young
2 weeks
quarterbacks.
Of, film that everybody
they beat back-to-back weeks. They beat handily. We could argue 2 playoff teams.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. Handily.
And none of us picked
they weren't
the Vikings.
They weren't even close. They were all picked last by all of us. By us.
Yeah.
I had them.
We thought they'd be with the injury. I thought their defense had injury and stuff, but they're playing really, really well.
Wait until they get Jordan Addison back and they have another weapon too. He's been out. And Hawkinson. They got both those guys coming
I was
back.
gonna ask you guys a question. What is
Sorry.
that was my ugly too, and I forgot. That's why I got sidetracked by the Rod tell us. Ugly. How about top pick fantasy tight ends this year?
Yeah.
How ugly is it right now?
Laporta
Laporta got injured. Mark Andrews has been their tight ends haven't been used at all.
Likely had a good game.
And that's it. They've had like 10 targets total between them.
Pitts played well?
Pitts has played okay.
Yeah.
Bowers has been okay. Bowers had a weak last game.
I have Goddard.
Goddard's been but every tight end, they've been the same way. They've all been like that.
They have like 1 week.
Yeah. And Goddard wasn't a top pick for me.
Is it because nowadays they got linebackers that play like cornerbacks?
I don't know. People said that Kelsey.
You can keep up with them?
Yeah. The Kelsey thing, they say, people are starting to say that Todd McShay came out and just said he thinks Travis Kelsey had too much fun in the offseason.
Possible.
Too much partying, traveling, whatever, chasing his girl. And he didn't say chasing. I'll say chasing his girlfriend around the country and the world, and not focusing on the game.
270 flights last year.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, let's name the top fantasy tight ends so far. PPG. Point per game. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put Brock Bowers in there.
Number 2.
Okay. How about? Well, and Evan, I was going to say Evan Ingram earlier, but he kind of doesn't count because he's been hurt.
He's been out the whole week.
He had the second week.
Yeah,
he played week 1.
Yeah, I don't think he even played a full game.
Yeah. Well, he hurt his hamstring in the pregame of the second week.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Can't think of a guy from the Niners. How's he doing?
Oh, Kittle's number 7 right now.
How about, after I don't know, Komet? Is he
number 3?
I was going to say, because he had the big game yesterday. That's the problem. He's had one good game and he's in there. That's crazy.
Well, the other one we mentioned, they had
likely.
Number 4. That's what I was going to say.
He's had one good game.
Where's Hunter Henry?
I don't know.
How about
he had one good game?
He's on the bench.
He's not even on there.
How about
Goddard's number 1.
Like
we
number
talked.
16.
Oh, Goddard is 1 because he's had 2. Yeah.
So we're missing. There's 2 in the top 7 that we haven't got yet. The other 2.
Well, you got to remember too. Passing touchdowns are down. So.
Oh yeah.
One guy was supposed to be good, and the other guy he's an old timer.
I don't know.
Trey McBride is.
Oh, McBride, yeah.
And then Gesicki.
Oh, Gesicki, yeah, and he's with
he's been
Bengals
solid.
now. The Bengals, right?
He's been all right. Yeah.
He
had one big catch yesterday. I saw.
Okay. We can do the beer of the week now, and then we'll talk about next week's games. Maybe make some predictions.
You want some overreactions too?
Yeah, let's do them. After
After
the beer. We'll do overreactions.
Okay.
Yeah, you got some?
I got a few here.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
let's do the beer first, and then we'll do that. I always forget about those. But.
I like beer because it is good.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer. Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good.
Beer is good, and I'm still pouring here, but little story here. My good buddy, Big Ed, next to me, gave me some tickets that he couldn't use to a concert in Waukegan at the Genesee Theater. And my brother-in-law and I, went out for some brews beforehand. It was a good concert. Thank you, Ed. We stopped at Harbor Brewing, which is in Winthrop Harbor, and perfect ode to the guy that gave me the tickets. This is Big Ed's Brew. It's kind of a blood orange IPA type deal here. Everybody have one?
It's for the man with a mustache.
For the man with the pencil thin mustache. That's a Jimmy Buffett song right here. So, yeah, Big Ed's Brew from Harbor Brewing in Winthrop Harbor, sort of local. It's got a good...
It's like Pledge.
Oh, really?
It's like I did make it in my basement.
No, it's good. Not bad.
Yeah, I thought it was good. They had some good beer. So it's a nice little venue.
It tastes like a Blue Moon on steroids.
Yeah. Supposedly
It does.
They're in Lake Villa?
Lake Villa,
yeah. And then they have this little beer garden type thing in Winthrop Harbor, which was a really cool setting.
Yeah,
You've been there? Yeah.
It's very
nice place. They had live music. They had a food truck that night. It was just kind of a...
It's definitely a beer you drink out of a glass, not out of a can.
Yeah, they had some other beers that were really... But I had to get it because it's Big Ed.
No, it's good. It's got a good...
Did you enjoy the concert? Was it any good?
The concert was pretty good. The seats were good.
Who was it?
Gavin DeGraw.
Oh, wow.
So he actually came out, walked, like we just got there. He came down the stage. He's in the aisle. He was like
Who went
almost
with
this
you?
close.
David, my brother-in-law. No. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like Dave.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
When was the concert?
It was good. It's a good night.
When was it?
Oh, that was just a couple Fridays ago.
Fridays, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I was busy hunting. They changed the date on it, and I figured who would be better to take my tickets than Bradley and Dave.
You couldn't find anybody else.
That
was fantasy football night, right?
You were
asking
you were one of the
You were
first
like
person.
the Mark Andrews on the list of tight ends.
That was John Smith.
Oh, that's awesome.
So what do you guys think? It's pretty good?
Yeah,
I think
it's good.
Yeah.
I drink it.
Good little
You just-
venue and right down the road, really.
Just remember, you're my Bieber, so you owe me it. Jesus, that's
Adam,
horrible. Wow.
Adam asked us.
Oh, good old Adam.
Guy Lock says, "Wait, isn't this the Joe Biden fan club show?"
How many concussions did he get playing hockey? How dare he?
He still thinks Joe Biden's a senator.
Hey, you gotta find out does he have his mustache still?
Oh, his mustache was killer.
Yeah,
that's pretty nice.
It was not as good as mine because you could see through mine. That's what separates the. There's no way.
Well, when I
Rex
walked
can
in
see
here,
through.
I thought Ed still had the mustache.
He just got through drinking a glass of milk.
A couple injury things that I forgot to talk about. Joe Alt will be missed this week with a suffered an MCL, and Drew, he's been playing incredible. Joe Alt.
Oh my god, yeah.
So Laporta's day to day with ankle sprain. Devontae Smith is in concussion protocol. Skylar Thompson has chest messed up. Trey McBride is in concussion protocol. Just talked about him. Myles Garrett had a MRI, came back clean, but it's day to day with him. Cooper Kupp will be out another week. CMC is in Germany seeing an Achilles specialist for his Achilles tendonitis. People said don't freak out, just seeing it. But I'm like,
in Germany,
There was another player that went there too. Wasn't there?
if you're
Who else
going,
went there? 2 years ago.
Was it Rodgers after he got done? After he was hurt?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogers went to Germany.
He went to Germany after to get it
Yeah.
checked. Yeah. It'd be either him or Kirk Cousins. I thought it was Kirk. It's one of those. But it might be Adam. It might be Adam Rodgers. It might be Aaron Rodgers.
Sitting in the ocean having dolphins.
Wales. Frank Ragnow tore a pec and he's week to week. Trent Brown, big injury. He tore his patellar tendon last night and he's out for the season. The best lineman for the Bengals. Also, Najee Harris was seen leaving the locker room with a sling. Red Rocket was on fire, but Adam Thielen on a great touchdown catch blew his hamstring. He's on the IR with that hamstring we saw when we were watching the game yesterday.
Oh yeah.
What's a hamstring? Like 6 weeks usually?
I don't know. It's a good one though. Pretty significant.
I've done it before, and I was out for a
Didn't
long
Trent
time.
Williams go down too?
He was hurt, but I don't know if he's gonna miss time. But yeah, he did get hurt. Yeah. And the other one is not injury news, but defensive star Darwin James has been suspended 1 game for his helmet to helmet hit in Sunday's game against Pittsburgh. So if you have Darwin James as an individual defensive player, don't start him in fantasy. So that's I rushed through those fast. So
thanks for the tip.
No problem. Fantasy, you guys know. So old guy.
Yeah.
Old guy. Hey. Overreactions.
Sam Darnold is the best quarterback in the NFL after 3 weeks.
That's not a reaction because he might.
No, I agree.
He could be.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Reality?
We're not saying end of the year. We're just saying no.
No, this is just
Yeah, I agree. He took a team that nobody thought would win 5 games, probably.
Yeah,
He already
you-
won 3 and handily.
Your overreaction would be that he's going to win the MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Josh Allen has pretty much lit it up so far. I mean, but you're right with statistics right there.
Well, Allen after yesterday too he was a monster.
Right.
Yeah.
Rick, Sam Darnold. Yeah. Sam Darnold.
If I look confused, will you just skip me?
Is it an overreaction?
I don't think it's an overreaction. I mean, like you're saying, week 3.
And he comes back with this.
No, like you said, if it was an MVP race, I don't think he'd last that long. But week 3, probably top 2, top 3.
Okay,
nice.
Willie,
it's a good story.
Another
though.
one.
Malik Neighbors is the best wide receiver in the 2024 draft class.
Overreaction still.
Yeah.
Because
Harrison had one the first week.
Marvin Harrison
didn't do
shows
anything.
that he can do it. He shows he can. They both
Yeah.
for week 1 they weren't very good. Week 1.
Okay.
They're both very quiet.
But then Malik got like 10 balls or 12 balls the other day.
Big
Second
night,
week
big
was
night.
it?
Sounds like your weekend.
I was trying to find the words. Thank you, Scott.
Did he throws the best parties?
Oh, jeez.
Did he or Ricky?
Yeah, Ricky.
Who?
Sprinkle Infield.
Who? Drippy Stanicki?
So
I
gotta put that down.
P. Diddy would drench the infield, right? I mean,
Yeah, he would.
He'd flood the infield.
Actually, if you're Diddy, you go oil the infield. Another overreaction.
Saquon Barkley is the best signing of the NFL offseason.
I already said Derrick Henry was, but right now it's a 1B. I'm not going to argue with it.
Yeah, I think when you brought it up the other day, I said Saquon.
But I just like what the fit with Derrick Henry is with the team. But yeah, I have no problems at all with Saquon Barkley. I think Saquon's a little bit more important because he went from not the Eagles, but to the Eagles from the Giants.
Yeah, it's kind of a kick in the balls.
Kicking the ass. And both those guys, I think Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley are hungry to win too. They've been on not winning teams.
Yeah,
are teams that have won but haven't been. They're on. These two teams could be in the Super Bowl. They could be. I mean, the Eagles. I would maybe. Both,
you can say they're playoff contenders.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. They're gonna be in the picture at the end most likely. Yeah. If their quarterback's healthy and they get down the road, they're gonna be there. So I mean, yeah.
Who was a bigger upgrade in what they're doing?
Henry.
I would say Saquon almost. Like, I mean, the Ravens still ran the ball well last year.
Edwards or something.
Yeah, I'd say Henry because Swift was good in offense.
Swift was good in the Eagles.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
He ran for over 1,000.
And they had Dobbins, but Dobbins was always hurt.
Yeah.
And now he's playing well. He kind of didn't do a lot this week.
I think we all agree it's 1A, 1B.
Yeah, it is. That's right.
I mean, you can pick either one, and I'm not going to be like, oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, and there's is there any other picks that we're not thinking of? Any pickups?
Justin fucking Fields.
Hells yeah, let's go. Malik Willis, let's go.
Just gonna say it. Justin Fields is 3-0. Just gonna say it.
Some dude yelled at yesterday walking out. Justin Fields 3-0. I go, then be a Steelers fan.
He was horrible. Scott's yelling at other fans.
The only one.
I wouldn't say no.
Tim laughed. It was like,
it was awesome. Funny. I heard it.
Did Tim wear a Packers jersey in the game?
No, I don't think Tim knew what he was wearing.
That's another thing we should play is how many different jerseys do you think we spotted that weren't there?
Yes. Did you guys wear Bears jerseys?
Yes.
Yeah, me and him did, yeah.
And then what did the rest of you?
He wore a Cheeto shirt that got a bunch of compliments.
A lot of compliments.
I did get a lot of
Tim wore a Kingfish shirt.
There was
no flannel.
There was a gay black guy that was really like my shirt.
The one walking out?
He's like, I like your shirt.
A little bit.
You sound like
he did, didn't he?
You sound like that dude from Family Guy.
Yeah, I know, right? It was kind of creepy. I can't do the whistle though. Herbert,
yeah.
No, and I was like, it's the only team I root for.
A little bit.
I wore Peyton and Rick wore Urlacher.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Little dribble.
No, I'm good.
Sure, wear my away Matt Forte.
Little dribble.
For Matt Forte.
Little head.
Fun fact: I should have wore it because he's scored his first touchdown in that building.
Oh, nice.
Is that right?
Yeah, he broke on like a 40-yard. His rookie year.
Forte,
first game of the year.
A good man too.
Upset win at that stadium. They weren't favored to win. They won the game.
I saw somebody or a couple wearing Taylor Swift. One was Taylor, one was Swift.
Yeah,
19 and 4.
It was awesome.
He took a sad time to take a picture.
Did a U-turn.
I
went back, took a picture.
Should have posed for you.
I'm like standing there. These guys are walking, and Timmy's walking away from me. So this is how long it took. Rick goes, all the way back. Like, what is he doing?
I thought you guys got ahead of us. I'm like, oh, they must have got ahead of us. Oh, whatever.
It would have made more sense.
They know where to go. Whatever.
No, Rick got all excited. I'm going back. I'm like, what?
Great reason to go back.
It was. It was a great picture.
Yep.
I got one.
And we
more
still
for
caught you.
Okay.
Frenchie should be NFL Coach of the Year.
He could be right now. Depends how they finish.
I mean, you'd say him or the Vikings.
I mean, the guy from Seattle too.
Yeah. I mean, there's
Mike
a
Tomlin.
bunch.
I mean, that's a hard award to give away right this minute because there's more 3-0 teams.
And they just beat the worst team in football, probably.
Yeah, and the week before the Colts, as we saw, aren't that great either. Just that Bears going to beat them.
Bears couldn't run the ball.
It was almost oddly the same type of game. They were both just slugfests
But the Bears couldn't run the ball.
Yeah, if the Bears
the
could run, they probably
Packers
would have
just
beat them.
ran it down their throat for a while.
Isn't it weird that Malik's got more wins than Love does this year?
He's got 2 more wins than he does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's only 2
quarterback controversy.
2 0-win teams, Jacksonville and Tennessee, and
There's
1,
5
2,
3-0s.
5 3-0s. So yeah, I mean they're beating each other up, and it's week 3, whatever. It's too hard to.
It's a long season.
You can try to water to week 5 or 6. That's when it start. That's when you'll start.
But
start seeing stuff.
San Francisco is in last place.
Is that going to hold up? You think overreaction? They're going to end up in last, and not
that's
make
a
the
good
playoffs?
one. Yeah. 49ers finish in last.
I highly doubt that.
I don't think so.
How about the 49ers?
Dallas
don't make the
is in
playoffs.
last.
The 49ers don't make the playoffs.
Of course, correct.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, they should have won the last two. They should have won on Sunday, not the game against the Vikings. They should have won that game, and they just shit the bed in the fourth quarter.
And who goes the opposite way of the 3-0s? You got Seattle's a 3-0, Steelers are a 3-0. Who's going to go the opposite way?
Who's the other 3-0s? Vikings, Bills.
Vikings, Bills.
Bills, they're not going the other way. Well, yeah. I would
most likely is
I would probably pick
Steelers
in Seattle, maybe.
Yeah.
Just because they're in a Well, I mean, the only other team in that division,
tough divisions, though.
San Fran's the only team in that because the Rams are beat up, and who's the other team?
Cardinals.
And the Cardinals, you don't know what you're getting each week. The Cardinals,
Right,
so I think Seattle could still stay the course and do well in that division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got a tough game this week. Another tough game going to Detroit on Monday Night Football. The Lions. That's going to be that's going to be a test
for Seattle.
And the way the Lions treat these primetime games, they haven't had any in a long time. They treat them like playoff games. It's got to be crazy loud in those places, in that place. But the hard fact is Seattle's going to travel well. It's going to be interesting to see how many fans are there from Seattle. But it won't be as many as probably Nashville saw and Indy saw. But yeah. I that's a good question. It's so early though.
Yeah, I mean, you did that scenario at the beginning of the season where you picked all the games, right? I mean,
yeah.
Did you have anybody 16-1, 15-2?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I could look.
I don't really see that. I mean, I think if you're a 3-loss team, you're probably the best team in the NFL this year.
I had the Chiefs 12-5, the Jets, Bills 11-6, Dolphins 10-7. Now that might not happen.
So you really had some losses.
Texans 11-6, Ravens 11-6, Bengals 11-6. Probably not going to happen. I had the Steelers 9-8. I didn't have them that bad.
So no real. You didn't have any real dominant.
Niners 13-4.
Okay, there's your most dominant.
Lions 12-5, Cowboys 12-5, Eagles 12-5, Buccaneers 10-7, Falcons 10-7.
Yeah,
that's very possible in that division.
So it's so early though. It's hard to
those
go.
Are practical.
Those aren't nothing out of. I think the Cowboys might be. I don't know. Cowboys got to right that ship. Or I said the other day, I thought McCarthy get fired at the end of that game if they lost. But then it's like, well, they can't give the job to Mike Zimmer because his defense is part of the reason they suck.
Yeah. Mike Zimmer of all people too.
Yeah, and Michael Parsons called out a defense a couple weeks ago. He said, "There's guys here just what was the word? It's that they always say the saying, not earning a paycheck, but I don't know, making business decisions." That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what the kind of the same thing that the Raiders coach.
Yeah, Raiders coach said too many guys making business decisions on the field.
We've talked about that on this show.
It's a long season.
And Antonio Pierce don't care because thing with him, he's playing with house money.
Yeah.
He needs to win to be an NFL coach. He's going to do whatever he has to. If he loses his job, he's still going to get a job somewhere, probably as an assistant.
Mm-hmm.
He just might not be a head coach. These other guys might not say because they want to be kid gloves, and it's like you gotta call these guys out. They make a lot of money, and if they're going to cost you your job.
So he called them out.
Oh
Pierce.
yeah.
So you're saying Michael Parsons is that team leader now?
Michael Parsons.
It's good to see because he's a young guy.
Yeah, and I think Michael Parsons is going to be. He's going to get traded in the offseason.
Has he played well? Has he played well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a monster.
Against the Browns, he was a monster.
Yeah.
Whoever gets him, if somebody can trade for him, I mean, on a playoff team, he's going to be a huge difference maker.
Big number.
I wish the Bears would go after him. I mean,
that would be a good team for him to actually go to.
That'd be great to put him on the edge with them. I mean, that'd be it. It would be. They need that because they're off. You're not going to be able to improve your offensive line in free agency.
Every team.
Or right this minute.
Every fan of every team saying the same.
Well, I said it last. I was talking last week. I think the
You'd fit
with
in
the Bears
anywhere.
and the trade thing, they should go out and ask these teams like the Tennessee Titans, the teams that are 0-3 or whatever,
and
say, what does it get? What does it get to get your best offensive lineman?
Yeah,
I want your best offensive lineman. I'll give you a 4th round pick for him right now.
Yeah,
as long as he grades out high, I want him because I don't care what position he plays, I want him. Go to Tennessee and go somewhere else, give him your 4th and 5th round pick or 3rd and 4th, and get those linemen now.
Yeah,
I like that. Why are you not call Santarelli up? See what he says.
So I get a job there.
Yeah. Call Mikey up. See what he says.
Because I mean, those teams but it depends what guy's money and all that too. Whatever. So I don't know. So you got birthdays?
I do have birthdays.
Today is your birthday. Today.
Let's do it.
A year ago today.
Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is the day. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Dear someone today.
All right, let's do some birthdays. Where are we starting and what direction are we going?
We're going to start with Scott today.
Oh, okay.
Scott, Ed.
Going to Ed then?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it that way.
Okay.
I'll go fourth.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know Rick's gonna jump in his boxers later.
I'm gonna go third.
What?
Okay.
You had to be there.
Vince Coleman.
Oh, Vince Coleman,
Inventor of the grill.
I like that one even better.
Good boxer too.
Let's see.
Vince Coleman, 82, 40 years ago, right? 40, what, 82, 40?
No, he was 85.
82.
85.
No, but he played against the Brewers, right, Vince
No,
Coleman?
not on the 82 team. He was on the second team against the Twins.
Oh, I thought he played against the Brewers, Vince Coleman.
I don't believe so.
85.
I think it was Lonnie Smith then was leadoff.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
85.
think.
40 years ago. I'm going to say, is it 40? 20? I don't know. Math is no good. I'm going to say he's 60. 63.
Wow, from the get.
Wow.
That 85 helped him out there.
Okay.
John Harbaugh.
I don't know who that is.
Talking about him the other day. We were talking one of the most underrated coaches.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody ever talks about John Harbaugh ever.
Because everybody talks about his brother.
Yeah, but I always talk about Shanahan and stuff like that, and I love those guys. You know that.
Which coaching tree was he under, we said?
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Yeah, he did
that's
special
right.
teams.
Well,
yeah, he went from a special teams to head coach. Be like, oh my god, I can't do that. Blah,
So
blah.
did Andy Reid.
Which
He's
Bears- I wish the Bears
well
would've done it.
respected.
He was a quarterback's coach. Andrew.
Yeah, Andy Reid he wasn't a coordinator either.
Before the game that they trounced the Cowboys, McCarthy's comments were, if you were to say that this guy's, like the most consistent, that's disgraceful because he's a godsend. Like people just the other coaches think he's incredible. Like they're like just calling him excellent is a disgrace because he's beyond excellent. No, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know where to start with him. 66.
I want to say is he older or younger than?
That's the question.
62. There we go.
Damn, I didn't think he was that old.
Okay, so now that we asked that, who's older? Jim?
I think Jim's
like
younger.
60.
Jim is younger.
Jim's younger.
Yeah.
Captain Comeback.
I think Jim's 60.
We should get their parents on this show.
The old man.
Yeah,
Harbaugh
ask
on
them
there.
all kinds of questions.
Good football conversation, I bet.
Oh hell yeah!
And
he was a great coach.
Yeah.
Is it they have is it their sister that's married to Crean?
Tom Crean, yeah.
Yeah. He's a douchebag.
Rafael Palmeiro.
Oh. Stood up and talk about standing up in Congress.
Yeah. The son of a nutcracker. It's birthdays. It's
57.
Rafael Palmeiro.
You got really excited to hit that bell.
No.
I was right on it.
I'm on
61.
Rafael Palmeiro. I'm going to say he's 59.
That's where I was going to go. So I'm going to say 60. I was going 59.
I just used the rhythm that was going with 63, 62. I thought 61 would have been it.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Scottie Pippen.
No
Tip.
Pippen.
Scotty!
Yeah, no shit.
I can't whistle.
Scotty. Yeah.
Did you say you can't whistle?
And a loud ass whistle, Phil Jackson.
I
You
can't
could
whistle.
hear that thing in the upper deck.
He would
when
just
went to
get
games.
it. He would get it.
Yep.
I had no idea. I can't
Yeah.
whistle. Can't do it.
You could hear in the upper deck.
Scotty.
Rick, you look like you don't understand.
Yeah, those fucking squirrels. Could you please repeat the question?
Scotty.
Someone has a Long Island cobwebs.
Pippen.
Sprinkle my brain.
We're going to
There's a
Ron's
chipmunk
tomorrow
up
night.
there.
He's farting sweet tarts over there.
64.
I forget who we were talking about.
Jordan is. I think Jordan is 60 something. I think Pippen's younger. I'm gonna go with 59 again.
Yeah. I think Jordan's 61.
Yeah, and there he was drafted like a year or two later.
Wait, it wasn't Jordan's
I was going to
birthday
go
this week, was it?
59, so I'll say 60.
No, his birthday's February 17th, same as Jarrett's.
That's right.
That's why I know. And yeah. Yep. Oh, me?
Yep. John Lynch.
Oh, I know this one.
course you do.
That freaks everybody out. I'm going to go last.
I'm scared. No, it's kidding. They won the Super Bowl in the 90s, right? Wasn't it? No, or 2000s.
It's on the refrigerator at home, right?
2000.
John Lynch's birthday.
Yeah. You signed my card this week. Or Kristen did it. It's Johnny's birthday. Johnny? Who the fuck's Johnny? Lynch. Son of a bitch. So 2000s, that's 20 years ago. I'm going to say he's 46.
Say 51.
52.
50.
53.
What?
Do I get a half a ding? Do I get like a verbal ding?
Nothing.
Like Apollo Creed. Ding,
You gotta like it.
All right, now I'm gonna get somebody, some rock star, rap star I've never heard of.
Chauncey Billups.
That's a basketball player.
No, it's
Detroit Pistons, right?
Detroit
Yeah.
Pistons,
Detroit
But
basketball.
I don't remember when.
And he played college ball where? Was it Arizona?
Wyoming?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, he was a cowboy.
Could have been a cowboy.
Steel Horsey Road.
He should have been a cowboy.
Did he have a little coaching stint? He's not a coach anymore, is he? He had a little coaching
He
stint.
coached in the NBA for a minute, right?
For a minute, for a cup of coffee.
Look,
He was a
Cubs won.
straight up baller. I mean, he was good.
I'm gonna say 47. I don't know.
I think he's got to be.
It's a solid guess.
I'm going to say he's 50.
54.
Say he's 55.
48.
God, I was so close again.
So close.
Man, I know my Chauncey
My
Billups
math
trivia.
is terrible.
Serena Williams.
You know what?
What does she sound like having a baby?
You bet. Yeah.
Part of that Diddy party.
Ed's giving it to her in there. No, she's just watching tennis.
I don't think she's 38. They started so young.
I know.
And she's
But she's been around.
around the block.
Ed Sheard is screaming at me. 34.
You said 34, 30. I'm going to go cut him in half and say 36.
Ooh.
We'll say 40.
She's young.
You should have flipped it around.
83?
43?
43.
She's
Really?
43.
I didn't think she was over
Yeah, I was
40.
closer.
And
You said
is she
Serena?
still
Wait,
competing?
hey, here, let me try this again. Yep, 43.
You said
I was
Serena?
going to say 34, and then I said 40.
Damn. She's been around a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Mike Schmidt.
Schmidt's
Oh.
beer. Schmidt's beer. Schmidt's gay.
This to me?
Yeah.
Who is he? I don't know who he
Come on.
is.
It's a play for the Phillies. You remember?
Are you trying?
62.
You haven't seen Always Sunny where he's like, yeah, well, you know, if Mike Schmidt. Who's Mike Schmidt? Who's Mike Schmidt? Who's he? Flip out. Mike Schmidt.
I gotta watch
I
that.
wish
gotta
I
watch
had that on
series.
there. It was great.
Mike Schmidt. 40 off of now would be 80s. 29. But he started before that. Oh, I want to say his number so bad, but I think it's wrong.
It's going to be closer than
Oh,
you
if you
think.
pick 63, it's going to be wrong.
I'm going to say 71. God, I'd be pissed if he's going to be that fucking number.
You know what? He's so he started in like 73, so that's 50 years.
Yeah, no, that's not right.
Well, he could have started at 19 back then.
Yeah. We'll say it.
69.
Nope.
Ah, damn, it's close though.
I thought it
It's
was
close.
I said, what did I say? 73?
71.
71?
He's 74.
I already said.
I know it. 75.
Oh, wow.
He's older than I thought then.
Yeah, me too.
That Mike Schmidt.
I just want to say 69. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, maybe he started in like 70
Here's your chance.
then.
Here's your chance.
Steve
Maybe-
Kerr.
Ooh.
Yeah, who cares?
No. No.
Well, S. Diddy, he's probably at his parties too. We should start that rumor.
Steve Kerr was part of the last championship. Then he won another one with anyone, not two more or one more with Spurs for sure. He was back to back by himself, wasn't he?
He did win with the Spurs.
So 89 and 99.
He also coaches.
98 and 99 he won. So that'd be 20 to a 30. I'll say 30. It's easier. 53.
It's wrong. It's not 53.
No, not even close. I'll say 59.
That's what I was going to say.
I don't know.
Me too.
It was a wild guess. Now I'm back to even.
Not me. I said 53.
Hey, if Ed would have wore that cap that totally would have been Magnum last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
The mustache.
And he would have rented a Doberman.
Yeah.
What was this? Yeah, Ferrari, didn't Testarossa?
Ferrari.
And Scott could have been Robin Masters. And you could have been... Who's the guy that flew the helicopter?
TC.
And you could have... Oh, you weren't there.
You could have been Higgins.
Well, Willie, you should just go straight to the
That's
mustache.
why I meant I want you to be Higgins.
What would that be like? Just a mustache. I'm trying to picture.
I get Tim credit for doing. He had
a lot of beard.
Rick's was awesome, but him shaving everything off. He looked like Andy Reid.
But didn't he shave his beard just like a year or two ago, Tim?
No,
I thought he went.
Oh, he
down.
did St. Baldrick's. Yeah, you're right. He did.
Yeah,
he did.
Oh, I thought they had to shave it after they had to pull him off the tarp. He was stuck to it.
Wow, it was all matted.
Hey,
it was all matted like an old cat
across the concrete.
It just wore his beard down.
It was up like this.
Well, I mean, sometimes when they put you in the ambulance, they have to cut your clothes. Maybe they had to cut his beard. I don't know.
They cut his shirt.
What if they just had-
Here we go.
Here we go, Bert. Let's move on.
Okay, where are we at?
Ed, we're at Bam Margera.
We're just talking about him.
Watching these guys.
He's still alive, surprisingly.
Yeah.
That's what we looked up.
Yeah.
We were watching Jackass number.
Jackass
numeral
guy.
Duh.
Yeah. We were watching it before he left there.
And I can't remember.
Cincinnati, right? Yeah.
And I can't
What it
remember.
was?
I think so.
It's kind of a blur.
Yeah, I'm not.
Ryan Dunn's dead.
Yep.
Chris Pontius is still alive, even though he used to put stuff up his butt all the
He's
time.
not a pilot. It's Pontius.
Pontius.
Yeah.
Pontius Pontius. We saw some funny ones. Man, we saw him get hit with a Claymore mine with rubber bullets. Jesus Christ, they were destroyed. I want to say he's younger than us, I think. Do you think?
It's got to be about my age.
Not in dog
I'm gonna say 45.
I'll say. Okay.
And we just looked at, and I don't remember though, but we
You just
looked it up.
looked up if he was alive or dead.
Yeah, we were like, man, he's got to be dead. These guys all got to be Steve-O.
Right.
He's still alive too.
Yeah.
Clean.
Mira Sorvino.
Oh,
she invented Post-its.
Did she?
Oh, from that. What was
That
it?
show?
Mary and
They were in.
Go Romeo and Michelle.
Romeo and Michelle. Yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
yeah. That's a good movie.
You know, I'm
Look at Ron say he has that mustache.
Hey, only $1 short, bud.
He doesn't even look like a penguin anymore.
I'm getting her mixed up. I think
Looks
with
like a
somebody
drunk
else.
penguin.
She's a good looking lady. She had a deep voice too.
How do you dye your hair black and keep your...
But she's older, right? I'm trying to picture who she is.
Yeah, she's older than us.
Give me a movie.
Mira Sorvino was in...
It's Paul Sorvino you're thinking of.
That's his daughter.
Oh,
Romeo and Michelle. She was in Romeo and Michelle.
She was in Goodfellas.
She's in a lot of movies.
Oh, she wasn't in Goodfellas.
No.
Mira... No. No, that was...
That's a big panel of guys.
No, it's Coppola's daughter
Too
was
many.
in that.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the one, Lorraine Bracco. Was
Lorraine
the wife.
Bracco.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's 43.
Isn't Coppola's son Nicolas Cage?
That's a rumor.
Might be
It's
possible.
uncle, I believe.
Is that his
Yeah,
uncle?
they're somehow related, yeah.
Did I ever tell you the time I went to Francis Ford Coppola's house?
52.
That's what I was going to say. Who's up? Scott, you're up.
50.
I don't know the guesses, so I don't know. 50.
57.
You gonna guess that?
I'll say 51.
Oh.
Rick, you're up.
Wait, you didn't get to guess.
That's fine. Yeah. I said 51.
That's what I thought.
Shirley said 56. And go, oh, I was one off.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Who's up?
I know who she is.
Is Rick up?
Rick's up.
Okay.
Doesn't she do something with smelly cooches or something?
Candles.
Candles in the cooch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Candle cooch.
And
Yeah.
she's Iron Man's girlfriend.
What was her name in that?
Shallow Hell.
Yeah, she's Shallow Hell.
Shallow
What
Hell.
was her name in that movie?
It's something
Peppers.
weird.
Pepper Potts.
Pepper Potts.
Yeah, Pepper Potts, yeah.
What? Ooh, Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yeah. No, Pepper Potts.
Oh, I wonder if she's in with Diddy too.
Well, one of them is 48. The other one is 46. So let me guess here. I'm going to go with 48.
We're doing Gwyneth Paltrow, not Pepper Potts,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah.
Which one is who's 46?
I'm gonna say she's
Obviously she is.
49.
I'll say 50.
I'm gonna go 46. I don't
47.
52.
Oh,
Damn it, I was gonna say my age.
When you said
That's
the other
why
one, are we talking Scarlett Joe's the other one?
She's
or
too
what?
old for me. That's why I don't check her out. I only check out 50-year-olds.
She's 50.
Mira Sorvino?
Did you say 15 or 15?
And
I said both.
Oh,
Between 15 and 15.
that's his group.
I'm not
All right, I got two more
not
here.
a junior high teacher.
Okay, let's go.
Cheryl Teagues.
She was a fox.
who is it?
There's a poster.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
69.
You can't
I
be.
went for it.
God, I don't know.
She's old.
Yeah, it's got to be over that.
That was only -1. Don't forget.
71.
73.
70.
77.
Yeah,
Wow.
she's old.
I bet she still looks good.
Comments. He played on the 87 cards. Must have been talking about
Vince Coleman. So he wasn't on even the
Adam,
85. Yeah.
Adam wrote, I will throw my good of the weekend. I saw Joe Biden talk today. Not sure what he said, but glad he is alive. Bad of the week. We found a dog last Sunday and we live in a lower Alabama. There isn't a shelter that has space within 5 hours.
Jesus.
Jeez. So he's got
Got
a
to be a
dog.
Haitian community around there somewhere.
Springfield.
Obviously there isn't because there's a loose dog.
No Korean food around here?
Last one.
Hey,
we're 6 points.
This is the Basement Benchwarmers podcast.
You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast.
No, this is where
we just
69
lost our
points.
last sponsor.
We just lost our last Korean food sponsor.
Korean barbecue was our last sponsor, and we just lost them.
We never learn.
Soons. Anyways, Seinfeld, Jason Alexander.
Who's up? Ed?
Ed.
Oh, Jason Alexander. He's an old dude. He's in a lot of bad movies.
Shallow Hell.
Yeah, good call. I'm going to say, so she was 52 in Shallow Hell. I'll say he's 63.
He's also in Seinfeld.
63.
I think he's 71.
No. When he did public, what do they call it? Publicity for the Yankees. He was, what'd you get? 69.
Oh, I was gonna say that too, just for shits and giggles, dude.
I don't think he's that old.
Just for Dickens and Tuggers.
Dickens and Tuggers.
Is this a 6-pointer?
69.
So now I gotta think. 69 was last guess.
No, I said 69 points.
Oh,
but it was the last guess.
We should do 69.
What'd you say?
points at
69.
some
What'd you
point.
say, Ed?
63.
Would you say
71?
71?
Yeah.
Man, I think he's older though.
I think he's younger.
He's in the 70s for sure.
I don't believe you guys.
That show was on the 90s.
We should look this up.
And he was older though on that show. I thought 30. He was. I'm gonna.
He just balded early.
Yeah,
that could be. Okay, I'm gonna go. It's 66.
65.
Told you it was 65.
You did say 65 too. 65.
Hit it.
The big winner is Eduardo.
What do you have? Two?
Two.
Damn, I would have tied him if I didn't
Well,
guess 69.
I did a 69 earlier too.
Silly. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Cheryl Teagues. No.
Damn.
I had 69. Her at her age even.
And
we're
waiting.
Let's go on a table of picks real quick for next week.
Yeah, go.
Giants, Cowboys visit Giants Thursday night. Cowboys are. We'll just straight up. You want to do spreads?
You know me.
So straight up.
It's a ditty party.
What you guys want? Straight up or spreads?
Let's go straight up.
Okay, go around the table. Cowboys, Giants. Who do you guys like?
Them boys.
Cowboys.
I'll take the Cowboys.
It's in Dallas.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Dallas.
No, it's in New York.
No, it's in New
It's
York.
in New York.
All right, then the Cowboys. I'll take.
I'm gonna go with Giants.
Look at you.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Sunday Night Football could be an AFC Championship preview. Bills visit the Ravens. It's a good one. The Ravens are 1-2. This is kind of a must-win type thing for them this early in the year. So, anybody? Bills, Ravens at home.
You know, the thing is they're so up and down every week. I think I'm gonna have to take the Ravens squeaked it out. Bills just killed Bill, and I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
I think because the pressure is on the Ravens, that means they're going to lose. So I think I'm going to take the Bills. The Ravens will win a ton of games after this. I'm going to take the Bills.
I'm going to go over
Buffalo Bills because you don't need an explanation.
Because nobody's
and I'm
circles
going
the
Ravens. You're the
Nobody circles
deciding
the
vote.
wagons.
I'm gonna go Bills.
So
So
it's
it's
3-2.
Josh Allen right now.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs visiting the Chargers with possibly no Justin Herbert and a beat up offensive line. That's why I'm taking the Chargers.
Yeah, that's
how the NFL works,
that
man.
sings
Right.
to you, doesn't it?
NFL's weird, man. They've been playing too many close games. Chiefs. I'm just going to go with the Chargers. I probably won't pick them in my pool or anything.
It's 8 points too.
I'm taking the Chargers.
They're the new the Chiefs are the new Patriots for me, so I'm taking the Chiefs. They're just going to win.
Willie?
Chiefs.
Okay, 4-1 Chiefs.
Who'd you take? Chiefs.
I take the Chiefs.
Browns Raiders.
Describing?
I got tickets for this game.
Raiders.
I got tickets for this game. Who wants to go? Browns versus Raiders.
Is it in Las
Hell,
Vegas?
It is.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
You have tickets, really?
I only had one. You guys are all dicks about it.
I don't even have to pack. I'm ready to go.
I mean, I didn't get a chance to.
No, Brown. I wish I had tickets. Now I forgot they're in Vegas.
I do want to go to a game in Vegas.
I do too. So Browns Raiders though.
That's two shitty teams.
You said Raiders, Rick. Is that what you said?
Raiders.
I'm going Browns.
Raiders.
When does Chubb come back?
Patriots visit the 40.
My wife's been asking the same question.
Patriots visit the 49ers.
I'm
taking the Niners.
The current Patriots or the old?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm still
49ers.
I'm
for
going
me.
Niners.
Yeah.
Rick
Niners.
has
Taking Niners.
Niners are a sweep. Commanders visit the Cardinals.
Skins.
That'll be an interesting game.
Yep.
Commanders are underdogs too. I'm gonna take the Commanders.
I'm going Cards.
Washington for sure.
Cards.
3-2.
Steelers visit the Colts.
Steelers.
I know.
I'm
It's
taking
just
Steelers.
I'm taking the Steelers. I think
Anybody
Rich
that
is going to turn the
visits
ball
the
over at least
Colts.
twice in that game.
Yeah, you're right.
CJ Watt's going to have a.
I'm taking Steelers.
Steelers.
And they're missing 2 interior linemen, the Colts, which the Bears can take advantage of, but the Steelers will take advantage of it. And they'll run the ball all over the middle. That's all they're going to do. Jaguars at Texans.
God, what is wrong with the freaking Jaguars?
They're a disaster.
They suck ass.
I'm going to take the Texans. Bounce back game at home.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence might be benched here coming up. He's not far off.
God, he was good two years ago. I mean, it was a decent team.
He's all right, but he's not making a difference.
They choked last year.
Yep. I'm going to go with Texans.
I have the Texans for 11 points.
Okay.
Texans.
Eagles visit the Buccaneers. Interesting game.
Isn't that a repeat of that's a
playoff
match
game
of
last year
playoff
because the
game last
Buccaneers
year.
beat them. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to take the Eagles.
Moi aussi.
Buccaneers.
The Schmeagles.
I'll take the Berkeley Eagles.
4-1.
Eagles as well. I'm going to Saints at the Falcons. You like that? Taking Cousins and the Falcons on that one.
Yeah, I think the Falcons should have won this last week, so I think they got one coming. Falcons.
I'm going with the Nolans.
I'm going to go with the Patagonia shirt wearing quarterback. I'm going to go with the ATL.
And I'm going with the Saints.
Broncos visit the Jets. Ron.
Easy.
And the Jets.
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 Is that short for Jetropolitans? That's short for the Metropolitans.
I'm going to take the
Metropolitans.
It is. I'm going to take the Jets. I'm sorry, Jets.
What do you got?
Jets.
All Jets.
So NFC Central games. How about this? I'm sorry. Titans at the Dolphins. Monday Night Football. Yikes.
Play it.
They're just going to flex that to next year.
Gonna flex it to PBS.
Wait, is there a hurricane coming?
Yeah,
There is, but it's gonna be like it's supposed to come our way. Like by Friday, it's supposed to be in a little country.
Is it Hurricane Ditka?
Hurricane Ditka. Titans Dolphins. I
can't do it.
I gotta take the Titans
Is
just
it
because
the
the
Tannehill,
Dolphins.
the Tannehill Bowl.
Ooh, good call.
Yeah.
Tannehill. I can't believe Tannehill hasn't got signed by the Dolphins, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Titans just because I think the Dolphins quarterback situation is. I mean, Huntley's solid, but he's not.
They'll have ballers there though.
Will Levis just got to quit turning the ball over, and he'll be better.
I'm going to take the Dolphins.
That's the problem with them.
Put me down. Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Do it.
I want
I got
Titans.
one for the Dolphins. What do you got?
I have the Titans.
I'm going to go with the Titans.
And I'm going to go with the Dolphins with Eric.
Because Levis,
It's your Super Bowl
he
team, isn't
takes
it?
chances.
Mhm.
And you got to like that. But that's what. Well, how many turnovers did Josh Allen have last year?
It doesn't matter.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
But Levis doesn't throw 4
But he
touchdowns
had
and run for 2 more in a game.
46 touchdowns.
52 touchdowns, I think.
52
I think
touchdowns.
total.
Scott, hold
Levis
on. I'm
ain't gonna get-
talking right now. 52 touchdowns. Yeah.
53.
Yeah.
Okay, NFC Central, NFC North games.
There we go.
Seahawks visit the Lions on Monday Night Football. And who do you like? Willie.
I'm
Who
going
do
to
you
take the.
like?
I'm going to take Detroit.
Yep.
I also am going to take Detroit over to 3-0 Seahawks.
Just to spite you, I'm going to take the Lions.
You're bringing a kiss of death.
And I hate to go against the grain, but I'm also taking the Lions.
And I like the Lions already, so I'm taking the Lions. This is they play
Way
well.
to be the outlier.
They play pretty well in these big time games last few years. So
And
big
yeah.
TV games, they play
Dan
well.
Campbell loves being in the spotlight.
Dan Campbell,
You gotta move, though.
biting
Yeah,
kneecaps.
bite someone's fucking kneecap.
You got to
Telling
move.
a punter to sit on the
What was the
damn
weird story? I
sidelines.
was reading some weird story about him today.
You got to move.
Yeah, the move thing.
One of his daughter's classmates gave up where he lived.
Yeah, like last week after the game said, here's where the coach lives, and because of his stupid fucking calls, and gave his address out on Snapchat.
And so people are harassing him?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Football's not that important. It's fun for the 3-4 hours we talk about or the fantasy time, but after that, it's not that important.
So fans of other teams, or is that what you're saying? Or
No, the
Lions.
Lions fans.
they hate Dan Campbell?
I guess because
they're pissed off because he lost that game.
because he went last week. I forgot we didn't talk about the game last week. He went for it on 4th down, huge mistake. They lost the game because of that call. They could have whatever. And he actually after the game took all the blame. That's my fault. I made a terrible call. I should not have done that. It's my fault.
Won't they find out where he lives when he moves? I mean, typically, you end up knowing.
Published in the newspaper. You can't not.
You end up
published.
knowing. I mean,
Yeah, I don't understand. Well, how
we've known where like
unless
Budenholzer's
he's buying it
lived
through an
and
LLC.
Jason Kidd and
Yeah, but it's still you have to have an address for the LLC.
Yeah, but you're not going to know that it's his LLC if it's like
What's called Dan Campbell and
it's like
LLC. You're
No,
like,
it's called
Dan Campbell's
Kneecaps.
LLC.
It's called Kneecaps LLC.
Kneecaps, or it's called going for it on 4th all the time LLC.
Yeah.
That must be his.
Botch
Wait
2
a second. I know what this means.
Ineligible lineman downfield.
Yeah. What's the guy's name? What was the guy's name?
Shipper.
Shipper.
Yeah.
It's called a Shipper, Dan Shipper LLC.
Yeah.
That's the guy who was called. How about the Packers hosting the Vikings on Sunday? This game's hard to pick because I don't know who's starting.
What is the spread on it? We're not doing spreads, but what is the
Packers
spread?
by 2.5.
If Love starts, I would take the Packers probably. But if Malik Willis starts, I'm taking the Vikings. And I think the game.
Got to make a decision.
I think the game will be close if Love plays. I think the Packers pull it out at home.
Yeah.
I really think that with Willis playing, I think Packers might have a hard.
You don't get to make two choices. Which one is it?
I'll go with the Vikings because I'm gonna guess they're gonna start after being 2-1. They're not gonna risk Love again
Because it's at home, I'm going to take the Packers.
Vikings.
And then the Rams host the Bears on. I'm sorry, flip it around. The Bears host the Rams on Sunday at noon at home.
Rams.
I got the Bears. It's gonna be a makeup game.
So
Bears are favored
Bears
by
are
3.
home.
Yeah, Bears are home.
Oh, I don't know.
Bears have a win.
Yes.
Yeah.
One win. And no cup, no.
Yes, Tennessee, right?
No,
I just said the Rams.
No, they beat Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh, they
no
beat
Cup,
Tennessee.
no
Yeah.
Nakua.
I'll take the Bears. Taking the Bears.
So we got Bears,
Bars.
1 Rams. I'm going to take the Rams because the Bears haven't shown me they can score enough points yet.
I'm going to take the Rams because last week they could add 4 sacks and Richardson, but he's too mobile. They will sack Stafford this week. The Bears line will go after Stafford. I'm taking the Bears.
You're taking the Bears, yeah.
Because the Bears line.
You first said the Rams.
You said the Rams.
Oh,
You said
yeah,
Rams.
yeah. I'll take the Bears because Stafford. I don't think Stafford will be able to get.
throwing me
Stafford's going
right.
to get sacked.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
Richardson was in trouble all. And if you listen to the 46 Zone podcast, we talked about that today.
When does that air?
On Thursdays.
Okay.
But yeah, I think he might. He's not mobile enough to get away. From the
My
rush.
thing is the Bears haven't shown when they get down there. Well, obviously, we saw it this week is when they get in the red zone, they're not capitalizing yet. So, we'll see. But they're at home too, so that's a big.
I'll be at the game. So
yeah, you can say, "Oh, fuck you, Ed! Look at they capitalize."
Ram game.
Yeah, just me and Jess are going. So yeah, that was it for that.
Okay, that's our week 4.
Yep, week
We'll
4.
See how close we are.
Hopefully, good slate. Anybody? Anything else you guys can think of
About football?
Yeah, a little quiz.
Anything?
I
Yeah,
got
a little quiz question.
Oh, what's the question?
What's
Go
your
ahead.
quiz question?
Okay. You get to make a guess and just keep going until you get it right.
Okay.
Jesus Christ! Let me go.
Who's first? Me?
Can take all night.
I'll go
Well,
first.
The only NFL team with a red face mask.
Patriots.
It's not your turn.
He can go first.
We'll go this
All right,
way.
you got it.
We'll go this way.
Silver helmets, red face mask.
Can I say who's up
turn
next? Patriots.
Any more questions?
I got a couple.
All right, let's just keep going around then.
Sorry, I thought
All
we
right.
were just shouting out. I apologize.
I know
The only team
Wait, whose
name ends in ES.
The only team
Jets.
in
Yep.
ES?
Yes.
Is
Yep.
it out of the 4 sports or football?
Football.
Yes.
I got it. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Eagles.
You're right.
Go Birds.
Fucking squirrels up working overtime.
There's nuts falling out of your head right now.
This fucking guy gonna give us a turn ever? The fuck?
Whose turn is it?
Do you have that question?
Hey,
whose turn is it?
Patriots. Not your
wait.
turn.
What if the next question was whose turn is it? It's Rick's, obviously.
I know it.
All right, Ed, you want a chance? Here?
Okay, it's
No,
Ed's turn.
Rick's got all the acorns in his pocket.
Wait, start.
Just whoever. Just,
Can you
you
name-
gotta like raise your hand.
All
Or
right, yeah.
tap the table.
Can you
We're gonna do
name?
this.
Can you name the NFL helmets with 2 letters on them? Give me one.
Go.
LA.
NY.
Yep.
There's more, right?
Yep. There's 2 more.
With only 2 letters.
Oh,
2
letters.
2 letters. Yep.
2 letters.
2 letters on them.
Oh, San Fran?
Oh yes, SF. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
We're still missing one?
Oh, there's 3 teams.
Yeah, 3 teams.
Oh, I given up already. I don't think I'm not even. Oh nope, they don't play there anymore.
Not Tampa Bay.
KC.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there
ding,
it is,
ding,
yeah.
ding.
Oh, did you know them?
I knew 2 of them.
I got
I thought
2.
LA was the third one.
I thought LA was too. I thought the helmet does say LA.
Show him what he's won.
Here's one not football related. The only Olympic sport that the USA does not have a participant in. Summer Olympic sport.
That the U.S. did not.
Does not have a participant or did not have a participant in.
Is it that?
It's the one game they did it this year for the first time. Did they do that one game? They do in India or Pakistan or
Talking
whatever.
about cricket?
Cricket.
Nope.
Okay.
It's not a.
I thought it was gonna be like the
Olympic game.
foil
Oh,
thing.
was it Olympics this year?
It's going to be.
Oh,
next
it's going
year.
to be.
yeah.
In 4
Okay.
years.
That's why they're starting these leagues in the U.S. now.
I have no idea. I said foiling or whatever with the,
So
with
it's-
the swords.
It's a team sport. I can help you there.
Rowing? No, we got tons of
No.
rowers.
And it was
You
on,
want to say
it was
table
on-
tennis, but it's not table tennis because
It's not a team.
Forrest Gump.
it
Forrest
was-
Gump was on the
and it
team.
was on quite a bit. You saw it.
hang on,
Team sport.
I don't know.
it's not running.
Team sport. We didn't have any.
Which is weird because we probably trained
I
everybody.
guarantee you played it in middle school, Jim.
Kickball.
Floor hockey.
Smear the queer.
Jesus. That wasn't in school. That was after
Wait,
school.
Red Rover, Red Rover.
Yeah, kick the can.
No, what is it? Floor hockey?
Coob.
No,
Coob.
no.
What is it?
Handball.
Oh, handball. No
Yeah.
shit.
We didn't
Yeah,
play
handball.
that.
We don't-
I used to play handball all the time.
Tuggers.
Dickens and Tuggers.
It's called being married for 30 years.
And I got one last one if you want it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
bring
your
it.
birthday again.
It's going to be too easy.
Just was here like
The first NFL
360
team to
days ago.
lose its first 26 games.
The what?
The first NFL team to lose its first 26 games.
In
Okay.
history?
Was
Buccaneers.
it
There you go.
Tampa? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's Tampa.
Oh, let me raise my hand. Is it the Buccaneers?
Yes, you are correct.
Remember we used to do was it Ed's Jeopardy?
Yeah, we don't do it. It was really good too. The name.
It's
The-
terrible.
The
The
song.
song was good. I can't hear it until you do.
What
some
about the
more.
older than Willie thing? That was fun too.
Oh, that was fun. What's older than Willie?
And then there was
Oh, yeah, I
Where Are
forgot
They
to-
Now?
Where are they now? I can't hear the songs unless you guys do it. So
Yeah, we've done a lot of
Hot
little.
Stove Hop.
Hot Stove Hop. Yeah.
That's the best song of all by far.
What did Hop say?
He said, Packers at home. He's picking.
Okay.
Really? He's always against his team though. He always badmouths them.
He's going to be up there. He's going to be up indoor this weekend.
Oh, just him in the vacation.
You be up there for Fall Fest?
When is that? The 18th?
Yeah, it's like 17th, 18th, or whatever it is around there.
Probably a good chance. I don't know.
You going up?
No, Amber is.
Oh.
I don't want her anywhere near you.
I did run into her the last time.
I know she's
a few times. You ran it. I'm just kidding.
That's why she's walking funny.
You destroyed her back seat. It was payback.
Jesus Christ!
It was
it's my
payback.
wife.
Well, you destroyed Shauna's back seat.
Yeah, but that was all in good fun.
She's more of a beard rider than a mustache rider.
And I was drunk when it happened.
And she wishes she
You
was.
got a problem with drunk Ed? You got to get hold of drunk Ed.
Ed wasn't having a freak off. He's having an eat off.
I was eating tacos.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So was Willie. What the?
Yikes.
Willie's just underneath him waiting for it to
Ooh, tomato.
Get it. Is that sour cream?
Waka, 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 waka. So, closing thoughts? Is that where we're at?
Yeah, hopefully.
So, Ed, start us off before Eric.
Let's see what I got here.
It's the best way to go.
Hey guys, remember when Pizzagate came out and every media outlet made fun of conservatives for believing there was this huge child sex trafficking ring with high-profile celebrities, politicians, and law enforcement agencies all involved? Wow, they were way off, huh?
I never really know how to follow stuff like that. I had some notes. I was going to talk about the NBA.
Go ahead.
12 days till a Bucks preseason game and 1 month until they start. So Joel Embiid had extension today, $192 million for 3 years. That's crazy.
Is he worth it?
Is he? I don't know. I mean, is anybody worth it?
He didn't look like he was in the Olympics, did he?
No. Yeah.
Okay, spent all his money in the churro truck.
Anybody excited about the President's Cup this weekend? I think it's going to be a beatdown.
Is that that's like a poor man's Ryder Cup, right?
Yeah, it's the,
I was
the
thinking
international team. So it's in Canada. It's the Canadians, and then all the, the Tom Kims and the, the Australians, the Japanese, South Korea.
Australians can't get in. They have DUIs.
Yeah,
no
DUIs
shit.
in Canada.
Yeah, you can't get in.
So then, like, those guys aren't playing. What's his name?
Scheffler's wasn't
Greg
a
Norman's
DUI.
not playing.
Yeah, it was a hit and run.
So is it U.S. versus international?
It's U.S. international, so it's not Europe.
Any live players?
No. I mean, our team's basically looks a lot like what our Ryder Cup team was like. It's Schauffele and Scheffler.
Who's the captain?
The captain is
it's not
Furyk.
Yeah.
Jim Furyk.
The other guy was a moron.
Keegan Bradley's actually playing on this team.
Who's
He's the next Ryder Cup.
Is Justin Thomas in it or anybody? Oh, he can't. He had surgery.
Spieth had surgery.
Spieth had surgery.
Well, Justin Thomas got picked.
It's like all those guys. It's Harmon and it's
Who do you think's gonna win?
I think the U.S. is a heavy favorite. I mean, if you just look at the top two players, the two guys, Scheffler and Schauffele, it's just
well-known golf course you're playing on, or
it's some
Royal Mount or Mount something.
Oh
yeah, it's in Canada. It's in Canada.
Mount Saint Royal.
Poutine.
Oh yeah, it's something Royal.
Poutine Country Club.
Oh yeah, Poutine Country Club.
Yeah, right. It's right next to the.
That's where P. Diddy used to play. At
El
Poutine
Snore.
Country Club.
It's right next to the El Snore Brewery. You put a mouse in the right. We'll take 12. No, make that 24. El
This
Snore.
one's got a mouse in it.
It's the Jelly Donut Club.
Oh,
make it a jelly.
You guys be serious? We're talking about golf.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Can I make a prediction on the President's Cup? Somebody gets assassinated.
Wow.
No, that's a different game.
The U.S. wins, and then 3 hours later, some different holes come in, and the scores change.
The scores all change at 3 a.m.
We were 4-0. We went to bed. Rick, closing thoughts.
Please.
Yeah, no, I really got nothing to follow those two.
Really? You're like the Jeffrey Ross of our group. You're like the soak master.
It's Roast Master.
Oh, my fault. He said he was a soak master.
He's a soak master general.
We're gonna jump on the bed next to Rick.
I like soakies.
Willie, I don't know if is it good or bad that we don't go on these trips.
Well, y'all know what soaking is.
It's not cheating if you're soaking.
Yeah, that's the BYU chicks.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
The only
great
problem-
weekend.
we couldn't even do that because none of us can jump.
You get one for me off the top rope. That's it.
I'm
First jump. Pull the hammy.
I'm in. Oh, I can't do nothing. My back's all fucked.
Man down. Man down.
We got 3 guys injured soaking.
At this point, I feel like Euchre in Major League.
Well, did you see Euchre?
Or that would be Letterman, right? Like 3 holes crumpled it up.
Did you see what Euchre did when they won the championship? When they won the division?
No.
And he's down there and they're pouring beer at him and somebody did something and he's like, I almost peed. Everybody goes nuts.
Was he 80?
Good for him.
He's in
Good
his
for
80s.
him.
Oh, Euchre's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Who's the guy in the end there?
Rick Sutcliffe?
No, the other end. The big guy.
Some other old guy.
Looks like
Woo!
no.
Is that Boog Powell?
Bobby
That was your closing thought then? Soak
Yeah,
master.
I really got
the
nothing.
soak master.
Willie, closing thoughts.
Yeah, I'm just hoping for another 5 wins from the Detroit Tigers to make it
Nice.
into the
Let's
playoffs.
go.
Yeah.
So if they win 5, they're in.
Well, they're
they
up a
need-
game.
they need
They're up a
other
half
magic.
game right now.
What
What is the magic number? Is there a magic number when you're a wild card? It's like it's too close, isn't it?
It's probably the rest of the games.
Yeah.
Well, they just
So it's 5 games.
they're
If
the
they lose, you win. They lose, you win.
And-
You
Yeah.
overtake.
They're the second. They're the second wild card in right now because Baltimore is the first.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this isn't going to be one of those things you watch because you're going to have to wait until the last day and then there's going to be 3 or 4 teams getting settled within those last 2 days, probably.
Yep.
Let me see if I have
2 games.
2 games.
Magic number is 2
for the Tigers.
for the Tigers.
With
to
how many
be
games to
in.
play? 4 or 5?
5 left.
5 left.
So it's going to be with
2
every.
against Tampa and 3 against the White Sox.
Yeah, so it's going to be. I mean, and you got the Mariners in there, you got the Detroit, you got the Twins, and you got
The
Kansas
Twins
City.
and Seattle are both 2 back. So
Yes.
if
Who
Detroit
who
wins
picked?
2.
Anybody picked the Tigers to be in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Did we make picks this year? Was
Yeah,
I
do you
there?
have them somewhere? I don't have them.
I got to look on my
Ed,
notebook.
Ed's the scribe all of a sudden.
Yeah, Ed, we wrote them down. I thought he wrote them.
I got the MVPs.
You know, like
and
that
stuff.
guy
For
is at
baseball?
the
Here.
end there.
Okay,
Here.
don't.
That's
Yeah,
Steve
wait
Trout.
till next week.
That's Steve
Close
Trout.
out. Don't say anything yet. We'll talk about it next week.
That's Steve Trout at the end, I think.
So, is it?
That big guy.
Jody.
So next week we'll talk
Mm.
Does it look
playoffs
like
because they'll be
Steve
set
Trout?
next week, right?
I got
Yeah.
all the last place teams.
Yeah, we did that. I remember doing the last. Who do you think's going to be last place?
Oh, okay.
I was there
You
for
gotta have
that.
him somewhere then.
That was my last show before summer break.
Let's see, maybe I got more stuff here. I got to look.
We'll look at it next week. We'll
Nobody liked that before
Summer
summer
break.
break.
So
My last show
everybody's
before-
all good. Everybody's all good with closing thoughts.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you know what? Just one other thing to add is we should do an NBA preview, but
Okay, next week we'll pull it out.
in 2 weeks we should do NBA preview.
Yep, 2 weeks we'll do NBA preview.
Okay, we'll do this next week.
And it just says Orioles clinched the playoff berth, Astros clinched the AL West. That just came up my thing. So
There we go.
little playoff preview. So next week we'll talk baseball, and obviously NFL will. That'll be Monday next week. It looks like we'll be back Monday. After a couple weeks of not being around,
Tomfoolery.
Taco Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesday. Yeah, and buddy,
Let's talk about it next week.
It's really hurting me to say somebody picked the White Sox.
Did I?
No.
It's probably me.
No.
I don't know shit
Did
about
you?
baseball anymore.
No.
Oh, so anyway, so we'll talk next week. Thanks, guys, for coming out tonight and doing the show. Remember,
Wait, I hate goodbyes.
I hate goodbyes. Remember, check out the 486 Zone podcast and check out all of our stuff on Facebook. And I have it in here, so I haven't played that in a while. Let's see.
It's good we finally got a partner podcast.
You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Check us out on Facebook at Basement Benchwarmers, also on Instagram at Basement Benchwarmers, and on Twitter at Base Benchwarmers. And our email is basementbenchwarmers@gmail.com. That's everything. Except now it's called X, not Twitter. Sorry. I'm still stuck in the old days. Can't find what I'm looking for. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Tells you how long this podcast has been around. Longer than X.
Yeah. Yep. So, guys, thanks a lot for Rick, Eric, Ed, and Willie. I am Scott. Everybody have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.
I hate goodbyes.
Sorry, folks, park's closed.
What happened? I blacked out.
Because we did something today that no one thought we could do, including us. So we're going out, we're celebrating, and we're going to rub it in this city's face.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome.
Bye, Felicia.
Kids, there's Big Ben and there's Parliament.
I'd give them more buys and highs.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.